decent little games here, especially the second one. But all right, we're on. Hey guys, how you going? So down BK Sport. We are live for the Penrith Panthers versus North Queensland Cowboys early kickoff for the Friday night footy. And it's a bit of an interesting one here where, look, things are a bit all over the shop when it comes to these two teams, especially when it comes to what you're probably expecting from the Penrith Panthers this year. You know, they've obviously won 4 premierships straight, which is unheard of, and that's absolutely fantastic. But they've also lost 3 games straight out of the first 4 games. So they only won 1 game, and that was against the Cronulla Sharks, who have definitely not necessarily impressed throughout this season so far. All the big dogs are relatively struggling. Sure, the Storm have only lost the 1 game, but it was to the Dragons, who hadn't won a game yet. I'm telling you, this competition is completely open, and then you go and have a look at the North Queensland Cowboys, who, until last week, hadn't even won a game themselves. They sit in 14th position, and they're absolutely all over the shop too. So you come into this game and you say, there's a favourite for sure, but is there really a favourite? Because there is question marks about both of these teams, and significant question marks about both these teams. But then again, one of them does get a big player back. So, you know, let's see how it goes. Let's get into the 2-team lineups here. Firstly, we'll talk about the opening couple of games for both these teams. The game starts in 15 minutes time, so hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. And also, big news that people aren't really talking about. So Foxtel has actually been bought over by DAZN. So DAZN is a UK-based company, which is like where the boxing happens on, and it's like an upcoming sporting organisation in the broadcasting scene. And DAZN has actually bought Foxtel, so I don't know what that means for the state of like KO and the state of what's going to be happening. Maybe they go with the same style, or maybe they go differently. I'm not too sure, but it does say here on my Watch NRL, News Corp and Telstra have completed the sale of Foxtel Group to DAZN. As a result, we have updated our privacy policy, which will take effect on 1st of May. So you're not going to see too many changes now, but there's potential for changes in the broadcasting scene with DAZN purchasing Foxtel Group. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see how it goes. But anyway, getting into today's game. So obviously the Panthers, like I said, they've played 3 games so far. One of which being over there in Las Vegas, where they did beat the Sharks in a pretty high-quality game, but they won 28-22. Then they went and lost 38-32 to an extremely inexperienced and young Roosters team. Then went and lost the Storm 30-24, but showed a lot of heart and tenacity to make that game close, despite losing their star halfback in the 7th minute of the game for the rest of the game. And they were down in Melbourne. They gave it a red-hot crack, man. So I was really impressed by that loss. I know it was a loss, but I was still impressed by it. But then they went and lost last week to the Rabbitohs, and they were down like 28-0 at one stage. It was absolutely ludicrous. Or it might not have been 28-0. It might have been like 22 or 24-0. No, it was 28-0. Yeah, no, it was 28-0. So, you know, that is a very, very unimpressive result, that one, to the Rabbitohs, who are very 50-50 themselves. They've got a game tonight against the Sydney Roosters in a blockbuster there, so we'll see how the Rabbitohs pull up in that one. But, look, the Panthers have been superbly up and down, and there's a reason why they are currently in 13th, and if they lose this game, there's potential they go into the bottom 4, which is just wild to think about 5 rounds into the season. Even though it is only 5 rounds into the season, you don't really look at the ladder. The Cowboys, on the other hand, they, like I said, had not won a single game until last week when they took on the Raiders. Now, the Cowboys in the first game of the season lost 42-12 to Manly, and then they lost 36-12 to the Sharks, where the Cowboys were awful. But the Sharks weren't that impressive themselves in that game, still scored 36 points, however. Then they went and played the Broncos, and they dominated the Broncos for the first 20 minutes of that game, but they couldn't score, and the Broncos could. So that's why they won 26-16, but it was an improved performance from the Cowboys at the very minimum, that they gave it a red-hot crack early, couldn't score past a good Broncos team, and then ended up losing by only 10 points. Which was a respectable margin, considering I think the line was set at like 24.5 or something like that, which is crazy. And then they went and played the Raiders last week and got their first win. That was at home in North Queensland Country Bank Stadium, 30-20. Now, I wasn't actually able to stream this game, but it was a much better performance from what I've seen from the highlights and whatnot. Usually I stream every game, but I just wasn't able to do this one last week. So, you know, happy for the Cowboys to get their first win. This is going to be a really, really tough one down there in Sydney, but you've got to remember the Panthers are not playing technically at home. They are the home team, but they're actually playing at CommBank Stadium because Penrith Stadium is currently being refurbished and rebuilt, I'm pretty certain. I know it's being rebuilt, but I know it's being refurbished. I'm pretty certain it's been torn down and it's being rebuilt, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty certain. Panthers fans, you can let me know if I'm incorrect. But yeah, look, 13th versus 14th here. It doesn't look too great in regards to that, but it's only 4 rounds in. This is the 5th round, so don't really look too heavily at the ladder. Now, let's get into the 2-team lineups here. Like I said, this is at Combank Stadium in Sydney, and the weather conditions say it's good. Blaze Salungi, Matty Eisenhuth, and Nathan Cleary are in. Huge in there with Nathan Cleary, and Eisenhuth is good in as well. Blaze Salungi is still a little bit young. But, maybe it will start to impress sooner rather than later. We'll see. And then the outs are Brian To'o, Scotty Sorensen, and Trent To'olau. So Brian To'o, huge out down the wing. He always puts in 150% effort, not just 100. And Scotty Sorensen's a tough out as well. Trent To'olau, not so much. But Brian To'o and Scott Sorensen are tough outs. But then again, you get Nathan Cleary, so you're not really complaining. The fullback is Dane Laurie. The wingers are Paul Alamotti and Casey McLean. The centres are Isaac Tungo and Thomas Jenkins. 5'8" is Jack Cole, with the halfback being Nathan Cleary. The captain, the front rowers are Moses Leota and Isaiah Papali'i, with Mitch Kenny as the hooker. Liam Martin and Luke Garner are the back rowers. Garner actually gets pushed into the back row with a loss there of Sorensen. And then Isaiah Yeo is in the lock. Interchange, Lindsay Smith, Brad Schneider, Matty Eisenhuth, and Liam Henry, with the 18th man replacement being Blaze Salungi, and the coach, obviously, Ivan Cleary. This is long gone the Panthers team that we know, in my personal opinion. I think, not long gone, but I think that this is a very different Panthers team to what it has been over the last couple of years, right? And that's also because Dylan Edwards is still out. He's not playing fullback. Dane Laurie is there. But, this Panthers team has lost the likes of Fisher Harris. They have lost the like of Luai, who would have been so crucial in this first opening few rounds, especially last week, to lead the line. I haven't seen Jack Cole really come on as a player just yet. They don't have Crichton anymore. They don't have these guys all across the park that you can rely upon if Cleary's not having a good game or Cleary's out. And I feel like that's a lot of the problems that the Panthers are facing right now. I do like Paul Alamotti, especially compared to his Dogs days. But outside of that, especially with no Brian To'o here, Casey McLean, Thomas Jenkins, and Isaac Tungo, and we can include Paul Alamotti if you want to, it's just far and away the 2 through 5 that we've seen from the Panthers over the last couple of years. So it doesn't fill you with a gigantic amount of confidence. Tungo is definitely the best player of the lot there. And I do like that side of Paul Alamotti and Isaac Tungo. But then if we're going to the other side of Thomas Jenkins and Casey McLean, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm targeting the living shit out of that side. I'm targeting the living shit out of that side. Dan Laurie's fine there in the fullback. But they would really prefer Dylan Edwards. And then it comes to that 6, I'm just not convinced that Jack Cole is getting the job done there. I'm just not convinced. Do the Panthers go and try and take a sneaky of Cherry Evans, considering he's trying to leave Manly? Is Cherry Evans actually going to leave Manly, or is this the same shit that we saw 11 years ago? I don't know. But the point of the matter is that their 6 is not guaranteed. Whether they've got Jack Cole, whether they try Blaze Salungi there, whether they go Trent To'olau, none of those 3 have really kind of given you that big oomph just yet. So the Panthers are searching for their 6. Their 7's obviously sorted, don't get me wrong there, but their 7 is sorted. And their forwards are fine, but they're not as crazy as the name is on paper. They should be really, really good in the first couple of rounds, but they just haven't been. Leota is a bopper, but he's not really necessarily the leader like you saw from Fisher Harris. Papali'i hasn't kicked on yet since his Eels days. Obviously he wasn't great at the Tigers, and he's still adjusting to life here at the Panthers. And Liam Martin is absolutely phenomenal, and so is Isaiah Yeo. But Isaiah Yeo has been a little bit shaky. He tries his very best. There's no worries about his effort, but a bit shaky. He can't lead this team on his own. So the Panthers definitely have concerns. They have concerns, but you're never going to write them off this early. You're never going to write them off. Even if they were to lose this game, you couldn't write them off just based on the fact that it's the Panthers. They've won 4 years in a row. Hold on, let me just put this on the mute. There we go. So yeah, that's the Panthers. Cowboys, on the other hand, Harrison Edwards and Thomas Duffy are in with Carl Lawton and Ruben Cotter out. Big loss there of Ruben Cotter. The fullback is Scotty Drinkwater, with the wingers being Robert Derby and Murray Taulagi. Centers of Jackson Purdue and Viliami Valea. I've been impressed by Jackson Purdue so far this year, attacking-wise anyway. 5'8" is Tom Dearden, who is the captain, and then Jake Clifford is the halfback. You go to the props of Jordan McLean and Jason Taumalolo. Number 9 is Reece Robson. The back row, John Bateman and Kai O'Donnell, with Sam McIntyre. My boy, get around him. He's been moved into the starting lineup. Get around you, Sammy. Obviously, Ruben Cotter's out, so that's why he goes in. But get around Sammy. Then you got the interchange. Jeremiah Nene, Griffin Neem, Cohen Hess, and Harrison Edwards, with the 18th man replacement being Thomas Duffy, and the coach, Todd Payton. There is a lot of concerns here. There is a significant amount. The props aren't what you would necessarily like. Tamalolo maybe 5 years ago, you would have been like, wow, that's awesome. Not so much nowadays. Jordan McLean, it's not necessarily a great deal of X factor there. Reece Robson needs to really step up here today if they're going to try and win. Their back row is a significant concern. I don't mind Kai O'Donnell, but John Bateman's not the player he once was. So their forward pack does leave a lot to be desired. Even Sammy McIntyre, love the guy, but there's a lot to be desired through that 8 through 13. And then in regards to the 1 through 7, their defense is just abhorrent. Scott Drinkwater may be a fantastic attacking fullback, but his defense not only needs some work, but it needs, an honours degree at university. And he hasn't even started his degree yet to even get to the honours part. So the defense is a lot to be desired. And then the 2 through 5, like Murray Talangi for sure, obviously Origin winger and Samoa winger. Jackson Purdy has been showing some good signs, but you just don't really back it in. I did hear that Jake Clifford had a fantastic game last week, but Tommy did in the 5/8. I still probably would have preferred him to be pushed into the 7 once Chad Townsend left, but it is what it is. Look, I'm taking the Panthers in. I'm taking them 13 plus. Can the Cowboys win? Sure. Sure they can. If the Panthers come in underwhelming, then the Cowboys can come in and get a surprise. But typically, the Cowboys don't play too well down there in Sydney, typically, and that's in general over their history, really. But then also, even when Jonathan Thurston was there, they always kind of struggled in Sydney. But secondly, I just don't know if the Cowboys have enough of the key star talent to get over the likes of a Nathan Cleary-led Panthers team. Now, if they do it, that is a phenomenal job down there in Sydney, and it will send shockwaves across the competition that the Panthers are done. If the Panthers lose this game, I don't believe they're done, but I guarantee that people start coming out and saying, it's over. Their streak is over. And whilst I could definitely listen to that and hear out the opinion of it, there is still 23 rounds to go after this. And that includes buys, but 23 rounds for all teams after this game. So it's like a bit of whatever. It's like, yeah, sure. Or 22 rounds. 23, 22. What is it? 27 or 28 rounds? I think it's 27, actually, isn't it? It is 27. Yeah. So, look, there's still a lot of footy to play, but you would start, the alarm bells would be ringing, son. The alarm bells would be ringing if the Panthers did lose this. Now, quickly to get into the ladder, not that it matters too much here, the game starts in 5 minutes' time. If the Panthers had to win this game, they're going to minus 16 points differential. Crazy. They're on 2 points. If they were to win, they would go above they would actually have to win by at least 13 to go above the Dragons for now, but the Dragons still play. They would have to win by about 30 points. Actually, 30 points exactly to go above the Sharks. That's how far behind the Panthers are right now. They could very well win this game and still finish in 13th this week. Despite how close the competition is, the Panthers could very well win this game and finish exactly in 13th this week because of the points differential. They've got minus 16 on 2. The next best is Dragons on minus 3, but they're 2 points above them. The Sharks are plus 15 and the Tigers are plus 34. They can't go anywhere above 10th because that's the team's on 4. So, realistically, if you think the Dragons beat the Eels, realistically, you're looking at the Panthers finishing in 13th unless they win by about 30 to go above the Cows. And then there is a chance they actually go above the Tigers on the basis that the Broncos whoop them with no Jerome Luai. And say they beat them by 30, right? Say the Broncos win by 30, which isn't out of the equation, difficult. They would go down to plus 4, and if the Panthers then won by 20, then they would go above the Tigers. So realistically, I'm kind of looking at the Panthers staying in 13th, 12th, regardless if they win. If they were to lose this game, they would automatically go below the Cowboys, and they would be in the bottom 4 guarantee for this week. Because the Cowboys are also on 2 points. Don't worry about the points differential, but the Cowboys' points differential is abhorrent. So they would go down to 14th. The Roosters, they play tonight against the Rabbitohs. If the Roosters were to beat the Rabbitohs and the Panthers lose, the Panthers would be in 3rd last, in 15th position. Now, the Dolphins and Eels are only 2 points away from them. And there is a chance that if the Dolphins were to, say, beat the Titans by 10 points and go to minus 26, and the Panthers were to lose this game by 10 points or more, the Panthers would then go into 16th position. The Eels are on minus 86, so they would need to absolutely flog the Dragons, and the Panthers would have to have a decent enough loss here to the Cowboys for the Panthers to go into last position. So, although I think the Eels could actually win tomorrow, I'm not necessarily... I might tip them, but I'm not tipping them by 50, right? At all. So the Panthers realistically would be, at worst, finishing in 16th. But if we lose to the Dolphins tomorrow, the 0-4 Dolphins, if the Titans lose at home to the 0-4 Dolphins tomorrow, I'm crashing out on a stream, all right? I'm crashing out. So they better not. They better not. So look, it looks realistically that they'll be in 14th because it comes down to the Roosters-Rabbitohs game. But if the Roosters win, then they would go into third last, and that is a wild thing to look at. Cowboys, on the other hand, they genuinely could finish in last this week. If the Roosters beat the Rabbits, the Dolphins beat the Titans, and the Eels beat the Dragons by like 14 points or so, and the Cowboys get a little bit of a touch up here, there is a genuine opportunity for the Cowboys to go into last. And then with their minus 54, they're probably not going to be going above the Dragons. They would go into 13th above the Panthers, but they're not going to go above the Dragons. They're definitely not going above the Sharks or the Tigers. So if the Cowboys win, they're probably just going to finish straight up in 14th, straight up in 13th, unless the Dragons get smacked by the Eels. But the Eels, the only team they can smack is themselves. So truly, they are something else. But all right, the game is getting started here. I am taking Panthers 13 plus. Would I be surprised if the Cowboys win? I'd be surprised, but I would be a little bit shocked. I would be a little bit shocked more so at the fact that the Panthers didn't get up for Isaiah Yo's, 250th game, I think this is. So it's a really big game here for the Panthers, and they are at home. So I'll take Panthers 13 plus, but shit, this comp is all over the shop, and it's out of whack. So we'll see how it goes. But guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Let's get to the chat. It is flying right now. Let's move that across. Let's get this chat flying, baby. Let's get this chat flying. If you don't hit the like button, your team's getting the wooden spoon. Do you hear me? If you do not hit the thumbs up button, from this point onwards, I am putting a curse on your team to come last this year. They won't win a game for the rest of the year. You hear me? It's happening. It's happening. Daz, mate, welcome to BCAR Supporter. You've only been here for about 40 years. Gee whiz, Daz. Unbelievable, eh? Unbelievable. But I appreciate you, Daz. Thank you very much. Jay says, don't forget to change the time zone, mate. The time zone is already changed, Jay. Come on, Jay. You got to get with the times, mate. You got to start clicking on around here. We're very, very factual and intelligent around here, mate. We're flying, mate. I've never been more flying in my life. So Panthers are out in the field. Same with the Cowboys. Let me know your predictions in the chat. Panthers win rate with Cleary, 85%. Without Nathan Cleary, 68%. Crons, 85. Says, sup, mate, you streaming the Rabbitohs and Chookies tonight? You damn well bet your bottom dollar I'm streaming the Rabbitohs and Roosters tonight. You bet your bottom dollar. Isn't changing time zone cheating, Andrew says? What the hell are you talking about? That's Parramatta education right there. Renee's up the Cowboys. Andrew says, currently it is still standing, but I do think it is getting torn down. Oh, fair enough. Verk says, Penrith won't slack this game with Cleary back. They're different, and I can't see a Penrith team playing so mid as of late. I think they win this well. I could be wrong, though. I agree. If they were to lose this game, it would be, alarm bells ringing. So Cowboys will start with the ball, and they'll get this ball to the 10 on first tackle. Someone's already been timed out. Deary me. You def target Jenkins, but on offense, Jenkins will show why he's in the squad right now, I think. Yeah, look, I don't disagree, but defense wins competitions, unless you're the Sharks, who played so defensively in the last 20 minutes last night that they end up losing the game to the Canberra Raiders. DC don't fit into Penrith cap. That's a good point. Mitchell says, Laurie's one of the greatest fullbacks we'll ever see. Oh, thank you for your opinion there, Mitchell. I'm going to say that his name isn't rhyming with Liano Lenny, which would sound more so like Keanu Kenny than Dan Laurie. But, Mitchell, thank you for your opinion. We will just put it into the back pocket and probably never think about that one again. So the Panthers will grab this ball through Dane Laurie at the 13. And he will run sideways and then gets this ball out to the 25. Actually, pretty good run there. Not a bad run there, Mitchell. Ryson says, thank you, Mitchell. Guessing that was you. Thank you, Mitchell, for what? What did Mitchell do? Oh, no, that was Jay that one timing me up. Warriors second. Yeah, Warriors second, Horry. They're not going to be there for long, but Warriors second, so definitely lap it up as you can. Definitely be happy with it right now. 4 tackle now for the Panthers. Moses Leota at the 45 on the Cowboys side of the field. But with that being said, if the Titans were to win, they would go back above the Warriors. And, there's the Storm as well. There's Manly. Haven't played yet? Yeah, no, Manly haven't played yet. And the Broncos, obviously. So, realistically, they're probably going to finish in a similar position to where they were last round. Unless the Dolphins get a surprise victory over the Titans, which is probably the most likely of the lot. Because the Broncos play the Tigers, and there's no Jerome Luai for the Tigers. And the Manly Sea Eagles play the Storm. So maybe, if the Storm get up there, which they would be favourites for, if the Storm get up, then the Warriors will sit in 5th. Hey, if the Titans win and the Storm get up over Manly, we go top 4, baby. I'm crashing out if we lose 0-14 tomorrow. So Cowboys will have the ball on third tackle at the 35. I don't know why the referee has blown his whistle here. Oh, blood bin for Isaac Tungo. Yeah, he is bleeding. He's bleeding out of the IT. It's been 2.5 minutes. Andrew says, Daz, mate, is that because you want to be a protected species? Daz, mate's always a protected species. He's definitely his own individual species, that's for sure. I'm surprised that he hasn't shoved the Bulldogs down our throat just yet. Daz, delete the email. Oh, so wait, do I actually... Is that actually him, Jay? Can you confirm to me, someone confirm to me that actually is Daz so I can make him a moderator? Daz, why wouldn't you message me on Instagram to let me know? Why are you doing this? The clock is stopped, by the way. Deary me, Daz. Yeah, Nathan Cleary's back, Kenny. Is this actually... I need to make sure if this... Daz, message me on Instagram, and then I'll make you a moderator on this account if this is actually you. Just to confirm. Message me on Insta. So, third tackle with the Cowboys at 35. Dove says... how are you, mate? Where are you in the world at the moment? I'm in Jaipur, in India. Jaipur. I'm here for about 2 weeks. So, because I'm going to a Rajasthan Royals game next week against Bengaluru, which is actually who Virat Kohli plays for. The Cowboys throw the ball over the sideline. Welcome back to North Queensland football. Welcome back to North Queensland football. Okay, that actually is you, Daz. All right, hold on. Add as moderator or hide from channel. I'm really trying to figure out which one I do here. All right, we'll go like that. There we go. There we go, mate. Gee whiz, new moderator Daz. God help you. So first tackle here with the Panthers, and it's 33 metres out here from the Cowboys line. But yeah, I'm going to go to a Rajasthan Royals game next week, which that vlog will be over on BK Travel. Those cricket vlogs that I do, even though they're sport, I will put them over there on that channel because there'll be more than just the cricket on it. So second tackle here for the Panthers. They give it off to Mitch Kenny, short ball Liam Martin, and Liam Martin is 15 metres away here from the line. 15 metres out here. They give it across to Isaiah. Isaiah back up into the middle. They're 5 metres away. Fourth tackle. Can the Cowboys hold out? It's only been 3.5 minutes. They've made an error, which put the Panthers into the attack. Easy. What are you doing, Panthers? This is actually going to be 6 again for the Panthers. They still might score here. Out of the left. Oh, they couldn't get there. They'll be taken down 5 metres out from the line. It's 6 again. I think if they passed the ball out the back, they would have had numbers galore, but they decided to go for the short play. Moses Leota, 9 metres away from the line. First tackle. A mulleted moderator. Look out. That's a mullet if you ever did see one. Probably still second best to Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. He's got the best mullet in the business, but outside of that, Daz's mullet's pretty beautiful. Underneath now. And the Panthers are 5 metres away from the line. 4 minutes in. 4 metres away. And it's a knock on from the Panthers. Isaiah Papali'i brings his Tigers form across and he's knocked the ball on. It's going to be Cowboys ball at 10. Kenny says, if Cleary's back, Penrith roll tonight. You'd expect so, but Isaiah Papali'i's just randomly dropped the ball there 5 metres out. Hey, at least, I'll give you credit, Isaiah. You didn't complain about it being a Cowboys' fault. It was his fault. So I'm glad that he actually just took the accountability there and put his head in his hands and he started singing Kumbaya because, yeah, that was poor. Is it just me or does seeing an early game on Friday at CommBank seem weird? It's weird the Panthers give away a penalty straight away after that. For me, it's always going to be weird because for me, it's only 12:30 p.m. in the day. And this is on at like 5 p.m. in Queensland and 6 p.m. in Muppetville. So, it definitely feels weird for me. But yeah, 6 p.m. game at CommBank is pretty odd. And there we go. Logan Borsak says, are we forgetting that the Dogs are the only undefeated team, meaning that we are currently the best team in the world? No, I'm sure I'm pretty certain there may be under 14s and under 15s and under 16s teams somewhere around the world that would be undefeated in their league too. And in the perspective of those players, they would think they're the best in the league. So, I want to see the Bulldogs full strength up against them, and we'll see how they go. Cowboys now, 30 metres out from the line, third tackle. And the crowd looks decent for a 6 p.m. game. I want to have a look at the crowd. Well, Andrew, so 6 again for the Cowboys at the 30. You know full well that CommBank is a facade. The way that those seats are coloured, it really makes it difficult to actually know what the attendance is like until they tell you, because it makes it look like there's more people there. Murray Taulagi taken down 11 metres out here from the line. And they give it to Jackson Purdue. He goes for a little run and a little scoot himself. Lucky he didn't lose that ball, but it'll be taken down 5 metres away, third tackle. It'll be a huge statement here if the Cowboys can score immediately. I've got to refresh this score because Jay forgot to do his job. Gee whiz, Jay, unbelievable. Too busy focusing on the wrong things of the time, the actual time, the date and time settings. Deary me, Jay, deary me. It's Sam's fault too, though. Cowboys short. Throw the ball. Try time for the Cowboys, and Murray Taulagi will score. And the Panthers are all over the shop, dude. And that has to come down to Isaiah Papali'i knocking the ball on third tackle, 5 metres away from the line, and Isaiah Papali'i decides to just be casual, drop the ball, and then the Cowboys just got the other end of the field and score, and it's a good offload here to Murray Taulagi out on the left-hand side. The Panthers are in shambles. This is not the same defense that we've seen. This is not the same defense that we are used to here in Zip Penrith. Not the same at all. Dasmate says, YouTube giving me a 10-page essay on how to be a mod like I haven't been one for about 50 years. No, we just made you a moderator for the first time, Dasmate. No. No, I wrote that 10-page essay myself. Actually, does it actually give you like a full-on like advice on how to do it? I never even knew that. Jay, then I was just before that, Jay. Yeah, I updated the score just before I saw what your message was. Isaiah Papali'i isn't a prop. I agree. I don't think he should be in the prop. Skidamini says, I hope the Broncos win tomorrow. We hope they don't. Negan says, Papali'i was a waste of a buy. He peaked at West. No way would he peak at West. No, he peaked at the Eels. No. Isaiah Papali'i peaked at the Eels, man. He wasn't that good at the Tigers. Papali'i didn't do much at the Tigers. When he was at Parramatta, that was where Isaiah Papali'i was peaking for sure. Yeah, no, I disagree. What team do you support? The team currently about to win the comp, Gold Coast Titans. Blaze will read this in 20 minutes. Yeah, read it 20 minutes later, maybe in 25. But 6-0 to the Cows. They do score from the sideline too. That's a really good offload. Jackson Purdy, I told you, I've been impressed by him this season so far. Does my decent team for a team coming 13th? I can't relate as a Dogs fan. Dogs fans are going to be intolerable this year, dude. Skinner Media says, my mate's team is 7-0. Beat that dog. He's exactly right. Exactly right. You know, plenty of teams, mate. You know, actually, have the Dodgers lost a game yet? How about that? We'll go over to the baseball. But then again, they're also paying like $1.5 billion in wages, so a little bit different. I don't even know if they have. Have they lost yet, Daz? You're an Angels fan, you should know. Purdy was a gun. Yeah, I like Purdy, man. I do. Andrew says, and for Penrith, that's good because they need a map to get to Parramatta. It's like 20 minutes away. Parramatta's like 20 minutes from Penrith. Hello? It's like 20 minutes, isn't it? Like 20, 30 minutes? Craig Howard says, can't wait for a bit of R&R tonight. Rabbitohs and Raiders. Yeah, it'll be an interesting one, man. I'm tipping the Rabbits. I'm tipping the Rabbits. But, and I'm looking forward to Trell playing centre. Like, that's real horn dog material, that. That's real horn dog material, Latrell playing centre, because he should have been playing centre for a while now. But it's good to see that they've finally found a guy in Jai Gray to take over that fullback role. So first take a look at the Panthers at 22. 10 minutes gone in the first half. Hit that like button if you don't. Your team's going to come last. And subscribe if you're new around here. Keep the foot on the throttle. Sando. You settle down, Mr. Cowboys tipper. Reason says too easy and they let him run it closer to the sticks. Yep, Skunkle says, if there's anything the Cowboys are good at, it's shit in the bed, so it's not over yet. Well, it's a penalty to the Panthers. That's a shit the bed penalty if I ever did see one. PSG says that table will be looking good. No. You're the Warriors fan who only watches your team when they play at home. So they're not playing at home this week. They're actually not playing at all this week. So you can't actually claim that ladder position of the Warriors, PSG, because they're not playing at home this week. So we're just living by your rules here, buddy. We're just living by your rules. You told us you only... Oh, Cleary! Oh, we couldn't get the offload away. 45 metres out. So now the Panthers, they'll be 35 metres out. Second tackle. Dogs aren't a top team until they start getting controversial calls in their favour consistently. Thank you. That is fair enough, blah, blah, blah. Fair enough. Out to Nathan Cleary. He'll get out the back now to Jack Cole. Jack Cole on need to Eisenhuth, and he'll be 18 metres away from the line. Effort 6 says, can't believe the Panthers were $1.20 favourites in this match, and last week they were $1.15 and lost. Well, I tipped against them last week. Right inside. Panthers. Alamotti. Good defence for the Cowboys in the end. And they'll be taking down 5 metres out third tackle. I will agree with you, though. I don't understand why the Panthers are such heavy favourites in every single game, considering they've only won one game through 4 so far. But then again, the Cowboys have been so bad, minus that Raiders game last week, that it kind of makes sense too. But they're just living on to the same thing of the last 4 years with the Panthers. Nathan Cleary here, 10 metres out, short ball, good pass, but the Panthers get taken down to 3. This is good defense for the Cows. Good defense. They go quickly. Surely. Oh, high tackle. Oh, he's lost the ball. Don't worry. I thought there was a high tackle there, but the Cowboys are actually coming up nice defensively. The Cowboys are actually coming up nice defensively. So it's going to be Cowboys ball here at the 10. Now, Brocky Sports, I appreciate you for your $3 donation, but let's settle down on the Diddy style, Tomoz. Let's not go Diddy style. I don't necessarily want to go Diddy style. No Diddy. But Dolphins are going to get Diddy style tomorrow. Appreciate you for your donation, but the old Diddy style is a bit dodgy. It's a bit dodgy. Dasmate says, no Angels winning a playoff series this year, mark my words. Oh, the Dodgers are 8-0, are they? Damn. Jag says, my team beat the competition favourites, but it would be typical if we lost this game tomorrow. Dragons actually haven't played the Titans so far this season. But yes, it would be very typical for the Dragons to lose to the Eels. Cowboys taking it down to the 33 on 4 tackle. PSG, that's right. Craig House says, I'm moving tomorrow, so everything's packed up, so you'll be my eyes for the games tonight. No worries, sir. We'll be covering it. Don't you worry. Fit tackle at the 42. KFC is releasing a new box meal due to the doggies being on top of the ladder. Well, Dasmate still owes me a Zinger box meal. Because he didn't buy me it for the charity match the other year when he promised me, so I will expect that box meal, especially from a Doggies fan. And another penalty here to the Panthers. Another penalty here from the Panthers. Yeah, it's hilarious, Dan Laurie. Yeah, you're 1-3 right now, and you're down 6-0 to a team that didn't win a game until last week. It's very funny. Very funny. But John Bateman giving away a penalty there. It is high. You can't tell me that's a bin. I know it's contact with the head, but you can't bin that. And I'm glad the referees are taking a little bit of understanding. Dad on the Force is looking forward to Tuesday night, Blaze. Tuesday night? What's Tuesday night? Zasman says the bookies are going based off name, not team list. I would agree. But then again, the bookies are also, you've got to remember, people are betting on it. So the odds have usually quite fluctuated, mainly because of the punters' thoughts. So the punters are getting on the Panthers. But the bookies also do adjust it accordingly. Is it called the dog box? Mate, you've been in that many a time, haven't you, Nath? Haven't you? So first tackle now at the 40. Dog box, dog house. This is what it is. First tackle, Mitch Kenny off the most Leota, and he'll be 50 metres away from the line, second tackle. What style should we go on the Dolphins? Let's flex at least. No, let's flex. I just don't want to be flexing Diddy style. You know, but we can flex for sure. Cleary, nice play. Left-hand side, Thomas Jenkins at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. Pass it inside. To right time for the Panthers. Try time for the Penny Panthers. The Panthers, mate. Not the Panthers, the Panthers. And it'll be Case McLean who does score underneath the post there. Yeah, close enough to a forward pass, but it will be. I think it's flat. I think it's flat on the inside. But I will say Nathan Cleary is the one who set this try up. It's beautiful. They come at the back at the 50. He just dummies the inside again, and then goes out to the left where it's a 2-on-1. Cleary sets this try up beautifully. That is all Nathan Cleary at the 15. It's fine. The pass is fine. The pass is fine. So it is 4 to the Panthers, 6 to the Cowboys, but the Panthers have a kick to come. You're coming on our VOD. Fair enough. Balin says, go to Cowboys. How far forward? Look, I think that it is momentum. He does throw the ball out the hand backwards, and I do think it is momentum. I had the same question as you at first, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. WWE says, why can't you show us the video? Well, you're a WWE fan. You see how people don't show you the live video for WWE? It's because of broadcasting restrictions. Yes, companies pay $1 billion. No, they pay more than that. They pay like $3-4 billion for the broadcasting rights. Not $3-4 billion. How much do they pay for the broadcasting rights, actually? Across 6 years. How much is the broadcasting rights for the NRL? It's 400 million. What sport am I talking about? There's a different sport. Anyway, if you have 400 million Australian dollars, just donate it to the channel. Maybe go 500 so I can up the ante. So they can go with their $400 million offer. You send me 500 million, I'll get the rights, and then everyone has to watch it here. How about that? So there we go. Oh, that'd be 400 million. Okay, now I know where I'm getting that $1 billion market value. So it'll be 400 million a year. It would have to be. Because it's like a 10-year deal or whatever. So 400 times 10 would be a $4 billion deal or whatever. Jazz, which state would Jaden Campbell rep? Is he New South Wales like his dad or Queensland? He is Queensland. Seb Watson said it's disappointing that Slapper hasn't actually paid that. Slapper hasn't actually paid what? Oh, the 400 million. No, it makes sense. Yeah, no, it's disappointing. Disappointing for sure. Still waiting for it. Skuggle says he isn't actually commentating the game. He played NRL Live 4 and talking about this game. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm currently playing as the referee in this game. So it is 6-6. They get the conversion with 25 minutes to go in the first half. It is 6-6. All week I wanted the Cowboys, but finding out 250th game, that's the kicker for Panthers' purpose. I think the Panthers, regardless of the 250th, for me, should be winning this game 13+. They still should be. But with that being said, they've still got question marks. Good run by Liam Martin to the 22. Second tackle, Mitch Kenny. Pretty fast play the ball there to the 30. Skidamy says then you can charge $20 to watch the stream. Mate, then we'd be balling, buddy. Then we'd be balling. It's a great investment. Like, what do? Do you take the $400 million and run? You know, someone donates $500 million, and do you take it and run and just go ghost in the middle of the Himalayas? Or do you go toe-to-toe with the NRL for 1 year, you bank up that audience, you get that, then you can invest it. It's up to you, really. Himalayas? Commentate in the NRL. It's a good question. Himalayas? Commentate in the NRL. Second tackle here at the 18. WWE says, WWE is scripted, but the injury is real and the move's real. What has Jay said to hurt your feelings? What has Jay said to hurt your feelings? Oh, WWE is fake. Oh, dearie me. 4 tackle now at the 30. Then he could own a fleet of tuk-tuks. Mate, the investment's real. I'm going to take over the world with broadcasting rights. I'm going to move to the Himalayas, and I'm going to own a gang of tuk-tuks. The tuk-tuk gang. BKR tuk-tuks. Coming to a town near you. So first tackle in for the Panthers. They run all the way back to the 35. Good cheeky little dinky-dink run to the 40 for Dane Laurie. So they're in a good position already. Aguero Seconds has already got 2 now. I need the other wingers for $70. No, for $63 because you give me 10%. So that's a $7 donut coming from you, Aguero Second. Appreciate you. All right, so third tackle now. So you had four try scorers, and yet you're only getting $70. So do you put 2 cents on that bet? Because that would have been paying, for all 4 of them to score, probably would have been paying like 15 to 1. Out the back now to Jack Cole, then to Dane Laurie. Whoa, nearly high. Fifth tackle at 23. Fifth tackle at 23. Case McLean to Nathan Cleary. He puts that ball up in the central area. Good kick, good area. And the Cowboys grab it. They lose the ball. Probably backwards. They're going to say knock on. They're going to say knock on. So it's going to be Panthers ball here at the 10. Don't take the bait. A WWE, man, your best bet right now is not taking the bait. Listen to Sundo. Don't take the bait, because if they find a weakness there, they'll go for you. Don't you worry. Oh, okay, the first one's backwards, and then he tries to regather, and that's the knock-on. Fair enough. Fair enough. 10 metres away from the Panthers. Why wasn't the Gobbledygooker in your number 1 spot for the 2025 Royal Rumble winner? The Gobbledygooker. There's no way that's an actual name there. There's no way that's an actual name. Is that an actual name in wrestling, or are you taking the piss? So Liam Martin, 5 metres away here from the line. There's second tackle here for the Panthers. They go out to Nathan Cleary at the 15. Then he gets it all the way back to Isaiah Yeo. Isaiah Yeo underneath to Lindsay Smith, and he'll be 10 metres away, third tackle in front of the post. Like, Gobbledygooker is an actual name. Okay. So Paul Alamotti, he's 9 metres out in front of the post. They've stacked to the left-hand side, off to Nathan Cleary. They got numbers galore. Short pass, Tom Jenkins. He cuts back in, and will be 5 metres away, far left-hand side. Not the greatest attack, but the Cowboys are defending quite well. Jack Cole out to Nathan Cleary. He'll put a kick in the right area, curls across. That's a nice kick from Cleary. And it is a try there for Isaac Tungo. That is a really... Oh, unless he's knocked it on. He's confident. The referee's going to go up to the bunker here and say no try. They're going to look at the put down here. They're going to look at the put down. to Gobbledygooker, what's his special move? You know what his special move is, mate. Don't you worry. They're all onside. They're just going to look at the put down. I thought he got it fine, and he looked confident. And yeah, it's a try. That's fine. I don't know what the referee was looking at. It was definitely a try. So it's going to be a try time over the Panthers. It's going to be 10-6 with the kick to come right in front of the post. The put down's completely fine. Best wrestler was The Godfather. I never really got into WWE, but if I was, like when I was younger, I've told you guys this story before, so try time. When I was younger, I kept going. I would always go around my mate's place, and he was a big wrestling fan with him and his brother. His name was Harry, I think he was. I was probably like grade 5 or grade 6 or something. No, it would have been less. It would have been like grade 3 or 4. And I'd go around his place, it was like a sleepover, and we'd always play the wrestling game. And it was great fun. I think I would always play either as Rey Mysterio or... Who's another one? Shit. I can't even remember. Rey Mysterio was one of my faves, though. Rowdy Roddy Piper and the Macho Man. What's happening here? Refs doing ref-type stuff. Yeah, but at least they got the call right. You know, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about the refs if they got the call right. At the end of the day, he's just checking it. They called the correct call. If the bunker had a call against that, I would have deleted the stream and thrown the laptop out the window. Booyakuk. Did I just say something that makes, like, tables float? Like, what are you saying? I said what it says they would never allow the Godfather and the Ho train anymore. I don't even know where this conversation's leading at this point, but it's leading somewhere. Chris Benoit was your go-to in the old SmackDown vs. Raw games, was he? So it's 12-6 here at the Panthers with 20 minutes to go. Bang! Thumbs up, otherwise your team comes last, and subscribe if you're new. By the way, I bought these. I don't know how hot these are, but Ghost Peppers Korean chili flavoured snacks. I bought these for later. I reckon these are going to be spicy as all hell. Especially being in India. India, everything is spicy. They make sure with you before you eat anything. They're like, what spice level? And I say, but it's actually really light and I need more. It's not spicy at all. Because I think they don't want to kill me. So they do it really light, thinking that's my level of, But if you say spicy, then you do die. So you can't really win. You can't really win. Hey, Jag, appreciate you, bro, but you don't need to keep referring to the podcast on Tuesday, man. I saw what you said. You don't need to keep referring to the podcast here in the chat. Just enjoy the game that we're watching, man. I've already seen what you said in regards to the pod on Tuesday. So second tackle now, and it's going to be Isaiah Yo. Yes, Kunkel said stop plugging your podcast, please. Bro, like, third tackle now at the 33. No one cares about Dragons pod. Dear me, we love the Mad Dragons pod. Well, maybe we love the Mad Dragon. But Jag94, stop plugging the podcast 24/7 in the chat. It's Dane Laurie now 47 metres out here from the line. It's funny that everyone else thought the same thing as me when that comment came through. So it's going to be the Mo Talangi goes ball at the 9, and then Drinkwater gets crunched down at the 18. No chances I care, Skunkle. But Skunkle doesn't care that you care. You know? Now we're talking. Second tackle. Try it on stream. I'm not trying these on stream whilst I'm commentating. I would need incentive to do that, mate. I would need incentive. I'm not trying one of these until... The only way I'm doing on stream is like a $10 donor. I'm not doing that because that will kill me for the next however long. That would kill me for the next however long. And I've got to try and commentate this at the very least. Cowboys taking down at the 48. Jay says pussy. Mate, you sent $10, I'll do it. I'll do it. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it on stream because they'll screw me over for the next at very minimum 10 minutes. So Dane Laurie to the 20 on first tackle. And change that stupid song at the start. See, Jay, this is why you don't try and spam with promotion because then they'll just go for you. Have a beer to wash it down. I don't really drink beer, but I had a beer last night at one of the restaurants here at the Wonder Bar, which was actually really nice. Never thought I'd like it, but it was a local Indian beer. So forward tackle now at the 40 for the Panthers. Mitch Kenny off to Liam Henry, and he'll be at the 50. Oh, Skunky, you are a muppet. You are an absolute... Panthers kick this ball down into the 10 and Murray Taulagi will grab it. Skunkle with the $10 redo donation. I love how you of all people go, off you go, pussy-o. So you of all people are telling someone they're a pussy for not doing spice. Am I getting that right here, Skunkle? Am I getting that right? That you are telling me that I'm a pussy for not having spice? Okay, let's all settle it down here now, lads. What's going on here? Firstly, we've got Skunk with the $10 redo donation. Then we've got Brocky Sports with the $15 redo donation. Then we've got Olivia with the $8 redo donation. Another day, another dono. Just going to get KFC, but I'm listening. Thank you, Olivia. You've probably unknowingly just donated, not knowing that I'm having to now eat like 4 lots of this. And then Mitchell with the $20 redo donation says, try it now. Oh, for God's sake. I will try it when the next break in play happens. So Dane Laurie taken down to the 15 and it's first tag. Well, thank you very much to everyone who just donated. Thank you for killing me on stream. Thank you for killing me on stream. So it's going to be the Panthers get this ball to the 20. But I'm absolutely going to do it in the next break in play. On your Brocky. You guys, the peer pressure is outrageous. Should have raised your asking price. Hey, listen, I'll do this, and then we'll go down and buy something else for another stream, and the price is going up. It's going up. Seems like there's a few donos now, yeah? It seems like there's a few. But it seems like I might die here today. Panthers, Nathan Cleary gives it out to Liam Martin. He'll be at the 50. He'll be at the 50. I don't even know what that comment was, Jay, but sure. The one that was deleted, I don't even know what that was. Scott Drinkwater grabs it at the 20. You won't snort one. No, actually, you're correct there, Skunkle. You're correct. Thank you very much, Jade94, for the $3 donation. Dollar dues. Thank you very much. And now, guys, we can settle down. Because I'm going to have to do it now. All right? God help my soul. You know what'd be funny is if it's like not even that hot. It'd be funny if it's not even that hot. But I reckon it will be. Ghost peppers, Korean chili flavour. Should be good, though. I think the $3 is so you'll go on his pod. I am going on his. So Fit Tackle and Jake Clifford will kick that ball down to the corner where it will be Thomas Jenkins who grabs this ball at the 10. There will be a stoppage before halftime, don't worry. If you die, can we have your channel? If I die, the channel will probably... Oh, that's going to be a penalty at the Panthers. Dane Laurie is getting a lot of penalties in this game for high contact. So Dane Laurie will get a penalty. If I die, the channel probably goes to the Airbnb owner because he'll just come in and see me dead because of the ghost pepper buddy chips. That's definitely a high tackle. There is mitigation, so it's not going to be a sin bin. It's not going to be a sin bin. But that was a high tackle, so it will be a penalty against Robson. He'll go on report. There's no way. There's mitigation. He's coming down. There's no way. You can't bin this. There is mitigation. There's a difference between Reed Marnie deliberately going for the head on the ground. There is no mitigation there. But in regards to this, there absolutely is. Hold on. No way. They're going to bin him. They're going to bin him here. They're going to bin him. I disagree. I disagree. How can you tell me there's no mitigation? He's coming to the ground. He's going down. Direct. High contact. Moderate force. He's in the bin. He's in the bin. I've got to disagree. I'm going to say I think there's mitigation here. Like he's come down into as he's been tackled by what? Is it Sam McIntyre? Yeah. As he's coming down, that's when it comes in. So that's where I see the mitigation there. But sure, it is direct contact to the head. Sure, they are going harsher this weekend for penalties and sin bins in regards to high tackles. So am I completely against it? No, if it locks it out of the game. However, it's not really what they said would constitute a bin this week. Can I have your Tuk gang hasn't started yet, but you can have a Tuk a part of the gang, Brenton. Yes. I wonder if Tuks would work in Australia. Does anyone like have Tuks in Australia? Is there like a little community that drives around Tuks? Another penalty here to the Panthers. Damn, the Cowboys just march them up on the field. I'll try it now. All right, there is a penalty, so I will try one. But then again, the Panthers are going to be in the attacking line. I think they're going to be in the... Oh, I can't do it yet. I'll open it so that I can do it for the next one, especially if they score a try. This, please don't be actually hot. Okay, you can smell a bit of spice there, that's for sure. Second tackle, 15 metres away from the line. They score here, great. Negan says Robson getting binned because the refs suck at their job the previous round. Don't disagree. I completely agree with that statement. Third tackle at the 10. Eat them the Indian way with your feet. The Indian way is not eating it with your feet. Oh, knock on by the Panthers. All right, so the Cowboys, they pass the ball left, and Tom Dearden, they're going to go quickly underneath to Murray Talangi. Talangi's away here. He's at the 20. He's at the 30, 35, the 40. Jackson Purchase. Good tackle by Paul and Monty to prevent the Cowboys from scoring. Now they're 40 metres away from the line. 0 tackle. Shandor says, I tried to make an online tab account to put a bet on the Panthers and Rabbitohs for the win. Wouldn't work. Guarantee they both romp home. Well, Panthers were like $1.20, so you should have taken them probably at the handicap. But with that being said, I've gone both those tips too. I said Panthers and Rabbitohs as well. I've got Rabbitohs with the minus as well. I probably would have taken both teams with the minus. If I was betting, I probably would have taken both teams with the minus. Not the Panthers have been overwhelmingly great in this game, but I would have taken the Panthers and Rabbitohs with the minus, especially with Trell playing the centers. I could see him having a double today. Cowboys right-hand side, taken down to the 5. 4th tackle. 5 metres out. Panthers defense has not been great in the red zone so far. Actually, this is the second Cowboys attack. That was awful attack. 5th tackle at the 10. They've only had one attack outside of this one and they scored. So let's see if the Panthers can prevent this one. 5th tackle at the 10. Out the back to Drinkwater. He kicks it across. That kick is going to be too far. 7 tackle set coming up for the Panthers. All right, shit. Let's do this. So what do we have? We had 4 donos over $10, did we? What was it? Mitchell, Brocky, and Skunkle. But Mitchell put 20, so I'll have 4, all right? I'll have 4. Robson, time remaining in the bin is 7 minutes. He's still got 7 minutes here. Dane Laurie gets his ball 80 to 40. All right, I've got 4 here. I don't know if he's going to be hot or not. I may have scammed you, but then we'll try something different tomorrow. We'll go down and actually buy something super spicy tomorrow. They're away. Nathan Cleary. Taking down at 30. Okay, yeah, then. 6 again. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of spice there. Second tackle, 13 metres out. It's Io. He's 5 metres away. 3rd tackle. 10 minutes to go, you guys. Please, for me doing this, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. They get the ball across. Knock on from the Panthers. Damn. Oh, yeah, funny for you, Skunkle. You can't even handle Pepper. You can't even handle Pepper, you son of a bitch. Ah! All right. Damn. You guys are massacres. Unbelievable. Damn it, I love spice, and that actually tastes really good. Actually tastes not too bad, but it's just the spice is pretty full on, yeah. How many for a $150? Let's relax, Brocky. Let's... Mate, $150, I'll finish the whole bag on stream. Gee whiz. So the Cowboys are going to take it. I shouldn't have said that. I'm not... That's a penalty to the Cowboys, yeah, after the Panthers knock on. You should try the Carolina Reaper. I do hear that's hot. Oh, I do hear the Carolina Reaper is incredibly hot. So my dad says, apparently Cowboys. My dad used to have a... Olivia. Olivia with the $80 donation, so I need to donate over $10. You're welcome. And so, firstly, really appreciate you for your donation of $80 there, Olivia. Firstly, I really appreciate it. Secondly, that means I have to do 7, and I'm getting away with not doing 8 because it's $79.99, so there's no extra cent. So, thank you very much for your dono. We do 7. Alright, so 9.5 minutes to go to the first half. Oh, jeez, you guys are sick. You're sick individuals. First tackle of the Cows at the 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm taking them all at the one time, too. Pause on that. That's a weird statement, mate. 5, 6, 7. Okay. There is 7 of these right here. 7 of these right here. Can you see all 7? There is definitely 7 there. 6 again here for the Cowboys. They're 15 metres out. We have 15 metres out. First tackle. They give it off here to Dearden. Dearden at the back here. Drinkwater. Short ball. Tries over the Cowboys. And they are over the try line. It is 12-10 with the kick to come. Viliami Vailea will score, and they may be able to tie this game up right now. So Cowboys will score. Ooh. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Drink water with a great offload there to Viliami Vailea. And it is 12-10 with a kick to come. Damn. Shit, and that's what. But Viliami Vailea. Oh, on the right hand side. Thank you for Olivia for killing me. Boy, oh boy. We got through it. Like, it's nothing like it's not gonna have you on the floor, right? But it like gets into your throat. But it's good tasting. Whoa. It's the throat. It's the throat that gets you. No Shepherd Sunday. It'll sound like Darren Lockyer by stream's end. The Cowboys will score to make it 12-12 here with 7 minutes to go again. So it's a tie game. They do get the... Woo! Hey, I'm woken up now. They do get the conversion. I love your work, Mr. Sport. Quality content. Well, this is what you guys asked for. Damn. Craxy with a $1 donation. Thank you very much, Craxy. Good around you. Appreciate the support. Damn, the tongue's feeling it. Tongue is feeling it. Oh, for fuck's sake, Brocky. Oh, for God's sake, Brocky. Okay. This is getting outrageous here. We started out with $10 to do like a part of these spicy chips, and now we got Brocky donating $160. Alright, let's wait for halftime, and then I'm going to have to finish these at halftime, alright? Brocky, I really appreciate your donation of $160, man. That is legendary, absolutely legendary. Everyone who's donating is legendary, but you're also donating to have me die on stream, and someone's already asked me for my channel on stream, so I don't know about the intentions here. But thank you very much for the donation. Oh, that's forward pass from the Cows. That's forward pass, and it'll be Panthers ball at the halfway point. Oh, jeez. Brocky, you mudder bish, man. You're a mudder bish. Oh, man, first tackle here for the Panthers at the 40. Damn, bro. There's still plenty in there, too. Oh. Skunkle, I actually genuinely think you would die with this, though. Shit. Dinner live stream. Hold up. At the 20, Liam Martin. Third tackle now. 15 metres out. Mitch Kenny. He'll get off into Isaiah Yo, Nathan Cleary out the back. Intercept by the Cowboys. They're away. At the 20, at the 30. They are away. They may score here, but here comes Casey McLean. Casey McLean will take him out. He throws it back. It's going to be Panthers ball. Well done, Casey McLean. What a run there from the Cowboys, but Casey McLean chases him all the way down. Deary me. He's becoming a tomato. Am I actually going red, am I? Alright, baby. If you are new to this channel, by the way, we don't usually do this, but I actually was saving these for after, and I was like, I'm not doing it on stream. And then now we're doing it on stream. Now we're going to eat the whole thing on damn well stream. Deary me. BKR eating, making more donos than BKR sport. Yeah, fair enough. I've got to provide the incentive. God help me if I said, like, I'll get the spiciest curry here. God help me. Who are you blushing at, Blaze? You, Skinner Media. So first tackle now for the Cowboys at the 5. Deary me. Mukbang Sport. It's the way to go, mate. It's the way to go. Mukbang. Mukbang with ghost peppers from Korean. It's not even Indian spice, it's Korean chili. Which is, Koreans, they love hot shit. They love that hot shit. Third tackle now for the Cowboys at the 25. Don't forget, we'll be streaming live the game after this too, which is the Roosters versus the Rabbitohs. Damn. Wait, Blaze, do you watch NDL? I'll go through his videos and see if he has done an Indian dish. Yeah, he has. He has. He did one. Oh, no, he didn't do one in the last one, but he did one a couple of ones ago. I don't think that's played at. Yeah, not played at. So this is going to be Panthers ball at the 40 here. That's unfortunate. And what do you mean, do you watch NDL as if, like, we don't talk about it on Facebook all the time? What are you talking about? It's not played at. So it's the correct call. It's unfortunate there from Jake Clifford. Craxy gifted 1 membership. Get around here, Craxy. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, man. Who's it going to go to? Let's see. Let's see. Panthers with the ball at the 40. Michael Newman, gifted membership. Get around here, Craxy. Thank you very much for the support, brother. Thank you very much for the support. Andrew said, we all heard it here first. Blaze will go to the streets and get the spiciest curry if you don't know. No, I said that I will get, maybe. I said maybe I'll do this in future. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But then again, I'm already doing the Titans game tomorrow, so it's going to be wild. So Mitch Kennedy goes out to Isaiah Yo. Isaiah Yo to Nathan Cleary. Cleary at the back again. Liam Martin with a huge run. He's 8 metres out, 4 tackle. What's the fight? Okay. $500. Deary me. You'd nearly get naked on the stream. Just let that side nearly intercept again. No, we'd have to get the Spices curry for that, bro. That's too much. I'd have to get like the Spices curry and stuff like that. Oh boy. I swear NDL is a YouTuber from England. He's talking about Nico Malana. He's talking about Nico Malana. I would love to do a series like that where he guesses where the food is from, but it's really spicy food. I'd love to do something like that eventually. Oh, boy. Don't worry, I haven't forgot I had to do that at halftime. So 2 minutes to go. They're 13 metres away from the line. The Panthers will have a whole set on the attacking line. Nathan Cleary off to Liam Martin. And Martin's 10 metres out here from the line. 2 minutes left. Gee whiz. And here's a short one! Try time, I think, for the Panthers. I think he scored. Luke Garner has scored for the Panthers. They do take the lead at 16-12 with a kick to come. Minute 41 to go here. And it's a nice try, but like it really should have been stopped. He gets that ball up to Isaiah Yo. Garner gets it at the 10. And unfortunately, Jake Clifford is completely asleep at the wheel defensively. Completely asleep at the wheel defensively. And the score now is 16-12. Luke Garner will score to make it 16-12. Clifford needed to do way better there defensively. Yeah, against Clifford, yeah. Brenton says, this stream will end at halftime or very quiet after. No, I know I'll be able to get through this. There is like, I didn't buy this for the stream. We just ended up doing this, to be fair. But I will actually like buy something for tomorrow. But with that being said, I don't want to die live on a stream too. Thought your phone was smashed. Me? Why would my phone be smashed? What? Oh, Guerrero the second. Oh, okay, I get you. Skinner, thanks. Being normal is boring. That is correct. Being normal is boring. I'm weird as shit. Always be happy to admit it. Be proud of who you are. No, not you. Better not be me, son. Better not be. No, I'm a massive Titans fan. No, Andrew. No, Andrew's a massive Eels fan. But he gets around the Titans too. And they will get the kick. So it is 18-12 into the Panthers with 14 seconds left in the first half. And the clock will stop at 13. So it's more than likely going to finish off at 18-12. You are very entertaining, Blaze. I appreciate that, Jag. Appreciate that, sir. Damn, what do I get? Actually, no, I put it out to the chat here. I put it out to the chat. What should I buy tomorrow for tomorrow's streams? I put it out to the chat. 13 seconds left here. They've got Cotton Eye Joe playing. They've got Cotton Eye Joe currently playing. Sucko. Skunkle says, I love you, Blaze. What's going on here? Why am I being told I love you by Skunkle? One chip challenge. Yeah, but you've got to remember, I'm in Jaipur, so I can only get certain things. Alright? I can only get certain things. What are the chilies like? Well, you're about to find out because damn well, Brocky, you're about to find out at our time. Oh, out to the left hand side. They're going to try and score here. Jenkins is away. They're flicking out. Casey McLean. Passed the ball. Casey, there was like a 5-0 there if he passed that. If Casey McLean wasn't selfish and passed the ball, the Panthers would have scored again before halftime. But instead, it will be 18-12 here at the half. Panthers do lead. A bit of a topsy-turvy half here. Casey McLean had to pass that ball back onto the inside, man. If he passes that ball back inside of Jenkins, they actually would have scored because they had plenty of players around. But you guys, Google something in Jaipur and then tell me where it is and I'll buy it and then I'll bring it back here. But I'm telling you, it ain't free. Because I know it's going to be hot. I know what hot is like over here. It's wild. But guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Let's go have a look at some of these team stats here. Let's look at the stats across the board from the first half. Now, the Panthers had 54% possession. Also, disclaimer, the halftime stats do adjust as they do fix them. So I'm going to tell you the stats that as I see them, they may adjust. It's only half-time anyway, so you just kind of take them for what they are. But 54% possessions of the Panthers, 46% of the Cowboys. Panthers have had the ball for 14.5 minutes, Cowboys 12 minutes basically. But the completion rate is at 79% for the Panthers and 78% for the Cows at 19 from 24 and 15 from 19. So the Panthers have had a lot more ball than them, but they're completing at the same rate. The Cowboys have made more errors than the Panthers, though. Panthers with 5 and Cowboys with 4. But 75 to 80% is where you're aiming for as an average, as a kind of low point. Anything below 75% is bad in regards to the completion rate. 75% to 80% is average, like good average, and then 80% and above is fantastic. So they're not on a bad level in regards to completion rates. Panthers have run for 950 metres to the Cowboys with 674, so a pretty significant difference there between 23 different runs. Post-contact metres is 318 to 238 Panthers way. I don't think that's too crazy. I think the Cowboys are doing okay enough there, especially considering they're 24 runs behind the Panthers, but yet less than 100 post-contact metres, so I don't mind that. Both teams with 3 line breaks. Tackle breaks is 15 to the Cowboys, 9 to the Panthers. So the average set distance for the Panthers is 40.05, whilst the average set distance for the Cowboys is 35.5. So the Panthers are going at a really solid level. 35.5 for the Cowboys is at an okay level, nothing crazy. You know, it's definitely on the lower end of the average. The Panthers are on the lower end of the really good, because anything above 40 is actually quite good. So 40.89 is on the lower end of really good. If you're getting 45.50, that's fantastic. Play the ball speed. Panthers at 3.33, Cowboys at 3.57. So that's interesting. Mitch Kenney's not necessarily a fast play the ball dummy half, but 3.33 is pretty solid pace. Offloads is 2 to the Cowboys, 1 to the Panthers. And then in regards to effective tackle percentage, the Cowboys are actually defending really well here. And I have acknowledged this a couple of times throughout this stream so far. So 93.6% for the Cowboys, 190 tackles made for only 11 missed. That's actually really good. That is really, really good. Anything above 90 is very good pace, but 93.6 is some good work there for the Cows, especially considering they're not a defensive team. And you know what's crazy? They're still down 18-12. They're still conceded 3 tries. So that tells you how the Cowboys' defense is. It can be really solid, but they still break away through individual lapses, which has been the problem for the Titans for a long time, where their effective tackle percentage is actually really solid, but the individual lapses between tackles was when the opposition team scores, and that's what the Cowboys are facing right now. Panthers at 88.17%. It's not great. It's not fantastic. 149 tackles made for 15 missed. So they've made 41 less tackles than the Cowboys and missed 4 more tackles. So that's really poor. That's really poor in comparison. And then errors is Panthers 5 and Cowboys 6. So the errors actually against the Cowboys. There you go. That might be the reason why they're down by 6. And they should have honestly been down by 24-12 if Casey McLean passed that ball. And penalties conceded is 4 to the Cowboys, 2 to the Panthers. So, look, based off of this, Panthers have run them ragged in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised if they can pull away from here. But then again, the Cowboys' defense has been solid except for the individual lapses. So I could still see a 13+ here for the Panthers based on the fact that they have run for an extra 330-odd more meters than the Cows. They've forced them to make 50-odd more tackles than them. 41 more tackles than them. And they've had more possessions. So, yeah, it's worrying signs for the Cowboys that they've actually... The meters aren't good, but outside of that, most other stats are pretty good, but they still get beat 18-12. So it is a bit of a concern there for the Cows. But at least it's a close game at halftime. I would still say the Panthers win 13+ from here, if I'm looking at the stats like that. But all right, let's get back in the chat. Oh, I got to do this for Brocky. Dearie me. Actually, Brocky, I ask you. Are you gonna bless me being nice and that I can like just pick at them at the half time, like throughout, or are you telling me to just shove the rest of them in? Are you telling me to shove the rest of them in and just smash it out, or are we talking that I can just like pick at them throughout the half while we're still talking? Up to you, Brocky. Up to you, my friend. Up to you, gee whiz. Great second, just go to a restaurant and ask the most chilly thing you have. Dear me. I'm surprised Jay hasn't noticed the clock yet. Oh, no. Oh, good on you, guys. Hey, good on you. Yeah, good on you, guys. You forgot to tell me to update the buddy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Olivia. Surprised no one came in and asked. And then Lagan says update the scoreboard, Muppet. Thank you. Yeah. No, only like 17 minutes later than we actually was. Jay's a scoffed a lot. I'm taking Brocky's opinion here, Jay. Thank you. Thank you very much, though, Mr. Hayes. Skinner Media says Jack Cole on 3 points in fantasy. Why do you have Jack Cole in fantasy? By the way, Blaze, Naga Chicken Curry. Where? Google it. Where is Naga Chicken Curry? So I'm on Ajmer Road. A-J-M-E-R. I'm on Ajmer Road. If you can tell me where that is in comparison, I will go there in the morning and get it. Actually, what time does that start tomorrow? Like 9:30 in the morning, I think, for me. What time does that start? To be fair, I might skip out on Eels Dragons. Like, I may consider skipping out on Eels Dragons and then just do Titans Dolphins and Broncos Tigers. And then I can start like half an hour early for the Titans Dolphins. Broggy, I need to know, brother. Until you let me know, I'm just going to nibble at them. I'm going to be the first like on the Rabbit stream. There would already be likes on there. And I think there's already like 2 likes on there, so. I love how Blazer's reading the stats when it's only 45 minutes in. No, Broggy says, do it. No, I'm asking. Am I able... So what I'm asking you, Broggy, is that... do you want me to just scoff them all in at once and die? Or are you going to nice me and allow me at half time just to, like, take them in? I'll finish it before the end of the half time, but... Damn. So which one would you prefer me to do? Scoff him. You son of a bitch. You are a bastard, man. Just... Oh, jeez. You're just unbelievable. Type in Upasana. U-P-A-S-A-N-A. Skunkle. That's worth. I can say where I am because you mother wishes are halfway across the world. Alright, here we go. Guys, forgive the noise of all the crunch and whatnot, but I have to do this because of the donation. So I have to scoff the rest of these in. Alright. Shit. Alright, I swallowed it, and now that's where it's going to hit me. I still got more. I'm waking up now. I'm not waking up now, son. I've still got more. What does this channel come to? What does this channel come to? I don't think it's that hot. You shut your mouth, Andrew. Shit. It's not like, again, it's not, as I can't speak, it's not like crazy, like, you're on the floor hot, but it gets you. This is a torture stream? Yeah, pretty much, Bracken. Oh, shit! Ah, shit. I need a drink. I need a drink. Ah, shit. Oh, yeah. Oscar, would you shut up, man? There's still more there. This is a torture stream at the moment. Damn. I regret coming to India now. Oh. I still got more Bretton. Oh, boy. Damn. If I didn't have to speak, it wouldn't be as difficult. Woo! Woo! Shut up. I can't even laugh without it getting in the throat. What does damn mean? Damn means this is whack, that's what. Oh, boy. Is the bag empty? Fuck you, Brenton. You're a son of a bitch, man. Pussy, I can't even handle chips. Oh yeah, how's your spice level going, Skunkle? I'll bring these back for you. I'll bring these back. Can someone please ask this guy asking me a million questions about whacking damn the chat? Because I can't even answer what my name is right now. Ah! That's budget. Just someone answer this, man. Someone answer him, man. I'm not answering you. What do you mean? It doesn't look like they're not spicy? Oh, boy. Jay, you're an idiot. Oh, boy. Not spicy, it's fake for content. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. How do you fake this? Oh. I highly recommend the chip dust. I don't want your recommendations right now, to be fair. Oh, boy. I got water in the fridge. Does this look like I fake it? Huh? Damn. Can you actually see? Yeah, it's like, oh. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for your service. Damn, this stream, I did not plan to go this way. I did not. I can hear the runny nose. Yeah! Yeah, you can, can't you? Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to get some, like, tissues and whatnot. Woo-hoo! Shit. Alright, we're back. Oh, boy. Damn. Hold on. Hold on. Bro, I feel it in my eyes. I feel it in my eyes. Gee whiz. Now I can't even get this. They're probably saying this Aussie can't handle spice. I can, though. It's just... Like, that's like, your throat gets it. Your throat cops it. Oh, the game's about to start for the second half, by the way. The game is about to start. It's 8:12. Give me 1 sec. Blaze crying over the Cowboys losing. I don't think either of these teams shut really the Titans, do they? Unless it's like a big result. No, they can't. Neither one of these teams can jump the Titans, so it doesn't really matter to me what happens in this game. Yeah. Alright, there we go. We're underway here for the second half. Guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Oh, damn. Right, Andy said that's right. Touch your eyes now? No. You want me to touch my eyes after all of that? Shit, you guys are sick. Sickos. Second tackle now for the Panthers, and they get this ball out here to the 15. Someone says, I imagine that wasn't exactly what you had in mind for those when you bought them. No, I was going to enjoy them after the stream, just try them out. Maybe for BKR travel. But instead, it's now been a BKR Sport buddy torture stream. Evan Six says, look at the bright side, your sinuses will be clear. No, they're clear, mate. Whoa, they are clear. See, Skunkle, you can't say that it's faking for content when you can see my eyes are like red and you can hear my sinuses and the runny nose and stuff, which I don't like. I wish that didn't happen, but at the end of the day, you guys did this. You guys did this with your Olivia donation, with your Mitchell, with your buddy Skunkle, with your Brocky, times a billion. We also had buddy Craxy. We had shit. I can't find the other donos, but they were there. They were there, mate. Gee whiz. Mitchell, maybe? Yeah, Mitchell was one as well. Shit. Malu says, what happened? The chat decided to make me eat these extremely spicy Korean chili ghost pepper chips. And then Brocky donated $150 for me to scoff the rest of them. And that's why I'm dying. So Panthers now will... Oh, Cowboys knock... Oh, it's a knock on cows. It's a knock on cows. Yep. And so we Panthers ball at 10. Adam Smart says, still have your left hand. Could be worse. How's the head feeling? Head's gone alright. Head's gone alright. But it's just the eyes and the... It's like... it's not the whole throat. It's like the top of your throat gets hit as you swallow. And then when you try to talk, it just whacks you. Got some water here, though. In India, always make sure that it's spelt correctly. Otherwise, you will be drinking tap water. So, Bisleri is spelt correctly. But I remember when I was at one of the Humayun's tomb, it was Bill Seri. And I bought it, not recognizing it. I was with a girl at the time, and she told me that's not water. That's the tap water. And I'm glad that I didn't open it beforehand. It was only 20 rupees, but still, I got scammed for fake water. And could have gotten really sick from it. So always make sure that's the correct spelling. Shiraz! Robert, you just missed out, son. You just missed out on me dying at half time. Blame the chat. Blame the chat. I do appreciate everyone's donations, though. I do absolutely appreciate everyone's donations. But you sickos at that. Second tag for the Cowboys at the 28. And this is a close game. We didn't even really need this entertainment, to be fair. Jeez. This is a close game. Cowboys at the 45. Back of throat problems when swallowing sounds like a P-hub problem. Remember when I told you guys in the chat sick? Well, right there. Cowboys at the 40, fifth tackle. Don't worry, mate. A viewer will kiss it better. Okay, well, now we're getting weird. We're now getting weird. There might be a penalty here to the Cows. There is going to be a penalty to the Cows at the 22. Didn't got hit late. Mild level chips. You shut your mouth. Looks like my eyes after walking out the Belmore Sports Ground toilet. Thank you, Daz, for that really fascinating looking at Belmore toilets. Can you pop down to the shops before the next game? No, it starts immediately. No, it starts immediately. Oh, boy. 4 minutes in. I wish I had done what Hayes does with Chicago Bulls Central. Just said I'll have Vegemite if Josh Giddey gets a buddy triple-double. Or if Cleary gets a try assist, I'll do, buddy, eat something simple. He goes Vegemite. I do some stupid ghost pepper Korean chili flavor snack chip shit. I missed the mute. Anyway. So, 4.5 minutes in, 6 again with the Cowboys, 10 metres out. Can they tie it up? Scott Drinkwater at the back. Chancey. Nay. 3 metres away from the line. 3 metres out, first tackle. They give it to Scott Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Dearden. Dearden underneath it to Sammy McIntyre, and it'll be second tackle 9 metres away. Yeah, Jay, it did. Yeah, it was last week, mate. Yeah, thank you. But Daz loves hearing about that. So third tackle now, 5 metres away from the line of the Cowboys. Panthers defense has not been fantastic. Has not been fantastic. The Cowboys' attack this season has been pretty awful too, besides last week against the Raiders. But they're not really a team to kind of look towards, but the Cowboys will score! The Cowboys will score to make it 18-16 with a kick to come. And we're back on here. We are back here. 18-16 with a kick to come. 35 minutes to go here of the game. Feel bad for the neighbours. Bro, there's noise pollution in India is ridiculous. Trust me, they won't even hear me, really. They won't even hear me. You've got horns going off and auto horns, everything. Like, trust me. People don't care here. So Cowboys will score. Jackson Purdue's been really impressive this year. When I was in Agra, I was screaming crazy when Jaden Campbell scored that try. And the Airbnb owner was just like, no, we love it. I loved it. Craxy with the $5 donation says, what? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. Thank you, Craxy, for that really beautiful poem. Really confused as to why you've put that there. But with that being said, we do really appreciate your donation and your childhood preschool song. But thank you for taking us back to the late 90s, early 2000s. Roberts' Panthers playing like Blaze Fields. You're not wrong, Robbo. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Anyway, says Hayden copped in his DMs today from the Lakers and Golden State Warriors game. Yeah, but that's because he talks shit. And the Cowboys will miss the kick. So we'll say 18-16 with 33 minutes to go here of the game. So he was messaging me like crazy the day before that Bulls versus Lakers game. And he was like, oh, I can't wait to smash the Bulls, smack the Bulls, blah, 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 blah. And then they go and get beaten by 40. He learned his lesson because he didn't message me before the second game where Josh Giddey, absolutely whooped the Lakers to eternity with a half-court buzzer beater. And then he's still talking about the Golden State Warriors and Lakers. Gee whiz. Cleary bus joke, maybe? The wheels on the bus go round and round. Cleary? Praxy, can you explain why you put that song there? Like, I appreciate you, but why did you put that there? So the Cowboys are still down by 2 now after that missed kick. Malu says, did you see the match between the Raiders and Sharks yesterday? The match was insane. Yeah, I streamed pretty much every game here, Malu, so we were live for it. I roasted Braden Trindle to no end. I was not happy with Braden Trindle in the last 3 minutes of that game, where he decided to take the tackle on 5th rather than go for a try, and they challenged him to go 100 metres and score and win, and guess what? The challenge accepted by Canberra Raiders. TH says, Panther fans, you probably got something at the back of your throat. That's your dreams going down of winning 4 grand finals. Well, they have won 4 grand finals already. You mean 5? 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. You're talking about 5. Dearden kicks his ball into the corner. Panthers are looking a bit shaky, a bit shonky here at the start of this second half. Olivia says, I'm manifesting a halftime poo in the next game. Very interesting that you'd be manifesting that. But then again, manifesting does happen. Manifesting is real. So if you're manifesting that, maybe. Maybe. Oh, that's a high tackle. That's a high tackle there. How have they not called that as a high tackle? Lagan says, Steph not win the comp, Penrith. Well, their name isn't the Gold Coast Titans, so that makes sense. Isn't Hayden a Lakers, Red Sox, Chiefs, and Bruins fan? Seems sus. It is sus. He has an argument for all of them, but it's like, But that's a knock-on for the Cowboys. That is a bad knock-on there for the Cowboys. Bad for the Cowboys. It is really sus. It's like, love Hayden, but he's not even from Parramatta. So, like, I think he was born in Queensland, which is why he goes to Queensland. He's from Central Coast. There's no team there, but I guess Manly would have been closest. I actually don't even know why he started supporting the Eels. But it's very difficult to make the argument that you support the Red Sox, one of the most established baseball teams of all time, the Kansas City Chiefs, who I didn't hear that he was a fan of them until they started winning, but he says it was because of Smallville or something. The Lakers is like the most established, or second, because I think Boston have the most, don't they? Championships. But anyway, one of the most established teams of all time, and yeah, it's hard to... The Bruins I don't even know about. Boston Bruins is I don't even know about that one. So second tackle here, Nathan Cleary, short ball, 10 metres away from the line. Liam Henry, they roll it back here. Out to Nathan Cleary. Cleary sets back, gives it off here to Dane Laurie. Dane Laurie runs it through the middle. He's 3 metres away from the line. Buster says Smallville. Out to Nathan Cleary. Cleary gives it off again. Jack Cole, 5 metres away here from the line. 5 metres away. They're 5 metres out. 10 minutes gone in the second half, guys. 30 minutes to go. They put it up in the air. And good catch by the Cowboys, considering he bobbled it. But Cowboys bought the 5. 30 minutes to go. Thumbs up and subscribe. Robert says, show us the artwork in your room, but it's amazing. Definitely go and check out BK Travel vlogs for that one, because they are coming out from India like over the next couple of days. But there's only those two really there, and one at the front. The hotel that I was at, the Jai Mahal Palace, they're away here, the Cowboys, they're away. Jackson Purge at the 40, at the 50. Dane Laurie, good tackle at the 50, third tackle for the Cows. The Jai Mahal Palace that I was at before in Jaipur, wow, there is some amazing art. If you want to see something really cool, there will be a vlog about it, because I'm going there on Monday. The Hawa Mahal, Hawamahal. It looks incredible. I can't wait to go to it on Monday. So, fifth tackle here. Damn, Brocky killed me for the rest of the stream. Knocked back from the Cows. Still fifth tackle off to Dearden. Dearden kicks this ball across here. It's a good chance. What are you doing? Isaac Tungo has lost his damn well mind. Isaac Tungo has lost his damn well mind. So that's going to be a try there for the Cowboys. Isaac Tungo has gone off his rocker. What did I just see? Did I mean Haval? I hate those cars. No, Hawa. Well, it might be the Hawa Mahal. But they pronounce it the Hava Mahal over here. They pronounce it with the Hava. So the Cowboys here, they kick this ball across. Dearden, you got Tungo there. It's like he doesn't want to go for it. What on earth? Like, why are you not trying to catch that? He's just leaving it, and then he just throws his arm out at it. That made no sense from Isaac Tungo. So it's running back to... I don't even know what Tungo's thinking. He's looking at the ball, but he's not going for the ball. He's not trying to catch the ball. And then he sees it very late that Taulungi's going to catch it, so he throws his arm out, and then it bounces up, and Taulungi scores. It's now 2018 with a kick to come. But what was Tungo planning to do there? He wasn't trying to catch the ball. I don't understand what Tungo just did. Can anyone make sense of what Isaac Tungo just did? Jokes don't read through the chat well. Firstly, my brain is gone because of the spicy chips, but also because something happened just then. But, yeah, maybe not. Maybe you have to explain it more. Two Irish Aces, what's your thoughts on the game last night? Did the Raiders deserve the win? Yeah, they did. Sharks threw it away, but yeah, they did. Absolutely. Nick says, Taulungi earning his Queensland jersey back. That was good from Taulungi, but also Isaac Tungo handed that to him on a platter. Isaac Tungo isn't invited to the Yo 250 cookout. Don't think so, Knight Rider. Don't think he's coming. Don't think he's invited. Don't think he's coming. But they do get the kick to make it 22-18 with 28 minutes to go here of the game. Very high scoring game this. Very high scoring game with 27 minutes still to go. Jeez. I'm only just starting to recover now from all that. Bracken Mills, I think they're still shell shocked. I think they're shell shocked somehow. Who? I don't know what Isaac Tungo was just doing there, dude. I can't explain it. David says, that's worse than Reece Walsh running out last week. Well, I can understand what Reece is doing. He knows he's not staying and he just slid over. Did Taulungi score a try? Yes, Taulungi scored a try. So, 27.5 minutes left here. Cowboys first tackle at the 20. It seemed like he lost the ball in the lights. But he never showed intent to catch the ball at any stage. Like, he was running back and looking at it, but he was never showing intention to actually go and try and catch it. So, and then he just throws his arm out. The Cowboys are away again here. Jeremiah Nene. Oh, good last-ditch tackle there by Liam Martin. Panthers are in a world of pain. Oh, Tungo goes to the intercept and we'll give him a 6 again with a knock-on. Who you tip in the next game? I'm taking the Rabbits. I'm taking the Rabbits in the next game. Like, Latrell in the centers is real horn dog material. Real horn dog material. So I'll take the Rabbits. But I'm not convinced on anyone. Not convinced. Liam Martin's on fire. Liam Martin's been good this game. Liam Martin has been good. All right, so the Cowboys, they get this ball here to the halfway point. Cowboys says, can't wait till Dolphins and Eels finish the season on 4 points, to be honest. They get 3 buys, though. They get 3 buys. No matter what, no team can finish below 6. So you telling me the bye beats them one time? Wow. Wow, that's impressive. That's real impressive. Actually, it's really impressive to lose to the bye. Titans have done it many times before. 4th tackle here for the Cowboys at the 20. They give it off here to McIntyre. Out to Clifford. Clifford to Drinkwater. Drinkwater now. He's at the 15. Still going. Taken down at the 12. A 5th tackle. You've got to be seriously worried about where the Panthers are at. Regardless if they find a way to win this game or not. Like, there's 25 minutes to go. They're only down by 4. They could still win this game and win this game well. But I'm still concerned about the Panthers regardless. Can't wait till... Oh, that's right. Come on, the Panthers. The Panthers look shell-shocked. They pride, effort in competing, and they're not doing that. So it could be mental fatigue. What I'll say is that they've won 4 premierships in a row. So, you know, guys like... Who's some ones that we could talk about here? Cleary's won many. You've got McLean, who's been through the system and whatnot. Isaac Tungo's been there. Dan Laurie and Alamotti are relatively new. Leota's been there. Papali'i should be a lot hungrier than he is. Isaiah Yo's been there and done that. So it's like their hunger's not there, and maybe the others, their hunger is there, but maybe they're not as good as they're needed to win a comp. So it's a tough situation, the Panthers, at the moment. Ezra says, what's the fine if you were to turn the camera to the TV? YouTube channel getting striked, and also the video not being there, so it would be impossible to show you the game. So it's 22-18 now, still 24 minutes left. Cowboys the ball at 22. Skungle says, all we can take from this Panthers form is it was all Luai Cleary as a pretender. Oh, shut up, Skungle. I do think that Jack Cole is just not good enough to be the 6. But the Panthers... I feel like right now are lacking Fisher Harris. I actually don't even know if it's Luai. I think they're missing out on that big leader front row forward in James Fisher Harris. Whoa, good hit there by Liam Martin at 45. Because Leota is not a main man front row forward, and Lindsay Smith is definitely not a main man front row forward. Moses Leota is a great supplementary option alongside Fisher Harris. They don't have that pure big bopper middle, in my opinion, that can lead the entire time, goes backwards to the Panthers. Oh, unless they're going to say it goes into the Cowboys' hand. I'd challenge this. I would challenge this. And it says, I was picking the Rabbits after last week's performance against Titans, and now with Trell and centers... Oh, after last week's Roosters performance against the Titans, and now with Trell and centers makes me think the Rabbits win 13+. I think the Rabbits win 13+. I think they can. Yeah, Negan, I agree. I think it's JFH more than Luai. And, well, that's not a knock-on. Yeah, but I think that's only... Yeah, if anything, that's gone backwards from the Cowboys and then backwards from the Panthers. Yeah, but Jenkins doesn't touch it first into the Cowboy, and then it comes backwards after that. Yeah. Yeah. And then goes backwards. So this should be Panthers ball here at the 15, yes? Or 10. No way! Look at the side angle! No way! No way! No way! Are they saying that was knocked forward from... What? They didn't even show us the angle, even though we know from the original part that's not what he was going up for. It was very clear that it was a knock backwards after, like when Jenkins came up from it. The knock on the referee was calling was the knock on into the Cowboy, which wasn't the case, and you admitted that it wasn't the case that it was a knock on into the Cowboy. You said that it went backwards off Darby, and then you said that it's gone forwards off Jenkins, but onto the ground, not into the player. Ugh, Bunker doing bunker things, man. Bunker doing bunker things. Andrew says, along with JFH, leadership in the forwards. Correct. Psych, Panthers just got badgered. Well, Badger's not in the bunker, so second tackle, have the Cowboys at the 5. Shuey says, Penrith's really missing Luai. I never thought I'd say it. I don't think even they make the 8. There's a shout for it, but I think they're missing Fisher Harris more than they are missing Luai. I think they're missing Luai, but I think Fisher Harris is the biggest out here. So 5 minutes away from the line, third tackle, 23 minutes left here at the game. Don't forget, we will be live right after this for the Rabbitohs and Roosters. Big game there. Oh, that's the chance for a try now. Should have kept going out to the left. Knock on by the Cowboys. Panthers went for the intercept, let the overlap, but then the Panthers closed it quite nicely. Cowboys cut back on the inside through Purdue, and then he knocks the ball on. You missed my first comment of the JFH comment. Now, I think it's Luai. Cole had a great game in Vegas, but done nothing since. So what, you think Luai is more important of a loss here to the Panthers than to Fisher Harris? Well, they've conceded 22 points here to the Cowboys. Right? Let's go have a look at their draw. Let's go have a look at how many points they've scored. Because I can tell you right now that Luai is not the reason for their defense collapsing. I can tell you one of the middles is going to be the reason for their defense collapsing because the forward, the leader, and the forward pack get them over the line. So let's go have a look at the Panthers here. They conceded 22 points to the Sharks, 38 points to a young, inexperienced Roosters, 30 points to the Storm, 28 points to a Rabbitohs team that we don't even know what's happening, and the Cowboys who won one game last week and lost their first 3. So if I'm looking at it, I'm saying this is more of Fisher Harris being out than it is Luai. I'm not saying Luai isn't impactful, but I'm saying that you're looking at their defense right now and saying, what the hell are you doing defensively? Because you were the best defensive team for the last however long. Good tackle by the Cowboys at the 40, fit tackle for the Panthers. So it's like, yeah, sure, Jack Cole isn't getting it done, but overall, 40-20 attempt here from the Panthers, but Drinkwater does get there at the 15. So I look at their defense and I say, what are you looking at for defense? I'm looking at their forwards defensively coming up big through the middle, preventing the meters, which is not allowing the halves of the spine to be able to work their creative magic in the attacking 20 and getting it to the back line. So I'm looking at Fisher Harris being out and saying, well, they've conceded 22 points here. They've conceded nearly 120 points through the season so far, or over 120 points, sorry. I look at Fisher Harris and being the reason why the Panthers have fallen down a lot. HPT says Ivan Cleary sacked in the morning. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Kingston says, hoping the Panthers have something up their sleeve. You're a Roosters fan, Kingston. Why would you want the Panthers to win this game? That's forward pass. That's going to be Panthers ball here at the 48. That's a bad forward pass that gives the Panthers an opportunity to take back the lead. And this is the thing. I'm going to criticise and I'm going to say the Panthers haven't been good here, even if they win this game. But they can absolutely still win this game. But it's valid criticism of where they're currently at. Because the Cowboys deserve criticism too. But the Panthers are always going to be held at a higher level because they've won 4 premierships in a row. So regardless of if they win this game or not, they're held at a superior level to everybody else. The Panthers are held here. The Storm would be held here. And then you've probably got like a Sharks, like a Manly, like a Broncos, like a Bulldogs in this area. And then you're starting to move down the pack. But the Panthers deserve this criticism at the moment. Dasmate says, people will meme it, including me. But they've done, over the past 5 years, is unheard of. Not as good as what the Dogs are about to do, but still unheard of. Gee whiz. It's definitely unheard of, though. Here we go, Panthers. Here we go, Panthers. Out of the right-hand side. They give it off to Alamotu, who cuts back into the middle. 30 minutes out here. 20 minutes to go of the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. If you haven't hit that like button, your team will come last. I literally, basically, died on stream for you, so please hit the like button. At half-time, I nearly died. Forward tackle at the 25 off to Nathan Cleary. Cleary inside, out to Dane Laurie. Dane Laurie short ball, Liam Munn. Not the greatest of runs there, but he gets the offload away to Dane Laurie. Lazy defense there from the Cows. Dane Laurie at the 15, he cuts it across, and that was good defense by Cliff. It could have gone really awfully, but it was end up good defense. They go short side, put the ball up in the air, good chase, in goal! Drop out. Yeah, drop out here to the Panthers. Bracken says, it's very similar with the Broncos without having Flegler in the middle to bring toughness, physicality, and leadership, and it's showing without Fisher Harris for the Panthers. I compare the Panthers a lot with the Broncos team from 2023 or 2024. I would compare them a lot. Because the Panthers lost Luai, they lost Fisher Harris. You know, they lost multiple guys across the team. Plus, they've also lost Crichton over the years, Apiso Koroisau. They still have no Dylan Edwards in the fullback. There's a lot of problems here. But the Broncos, they lost Flegler, they lost Farnworth, they lost Palacia, who was a big involvement throughout that season off the bench. And they also lost another player that I always forget. Was it Kurt Catewell? I think it was. They lost too many players. And the Panthers, we've been saying it for a while now, they're going to say it was a knock-on from the Panthers, so Cowboys get the ball at 20. Oh, Cowboys get the ball at 10, sorry. It was a knock-on in the infield of play. And well, Mick, there was a bit of doubt about that, but I would say he probably touched that. Keenan got the bag and dipped. Yeah, Keenan unfortunately didn't do too well for the Gold Coast, unfortunately. Hey, Blaze, Hillbilly here. Am I hidden for some reason? No? No? Did you comment? I'll have to go and have a look, man. So it's going to be a penalty here to the Cowboys. No, we didn't hide him, man. Why would we? Sport Talk says, it seems so abnormal seeing the Panthers this way. As a Tigers fan, I'm really not complaining, however. Still screw Para, fair enough. Fair enough with all of it. Adam Smart says, completely understandable. The Panthers have been raided for the last 4 years. It's finally caught up to them. That's what's going to happen, though, man. That's what's going to happen. HPT says, can't confirm the team not coming last if you click the like button because I've done that and I'm an Eels fan. Well, it seems like a skill issue to me. Seems like a very big skill issue. Will says, weird, was chatting on my main account and I couldn't see it on this one. That's strange, man. Try it on the next stream and then come on here and then I'll get one of the moderators to remind me on Facebook or Instagram or whatnot and then I'll try and fix it after the game's finish. But I don't recall ever hiding you. Robson's away! Taken down. Oh, he lost the ball. It was so good until it wasn't. It was so good until it wasn't. Ted says, who would have picked the table position after round 4? Not I, but still a long way to go. Long, long way to go. But if the Panthers lose this, wow, we. No, you guys can't unhide them, moderators. I would have to go in manually. And there's a lot of people hidden, so it'll be a process. So I really hope that it's working again. Because otherwise it's a process to unhide people. Third tackle now at the 45. Sport Talk, what does Para got to do with that comment? Yeah, I don't really know, but, it's also fair enough. Isaiah Nathan Cleary, clear underneath, and Liam Martin with a strong run, but good defense from Nene and Sammy McIntyre. Fourth tackle at 38, they give it off to Isaiah with a big run straight the middle, and then that was the wrong side to go, but they get the offload away. Back out here to Dane Laurie, and Dane Laurie is 20 metres away. They're only 4 points below. They can still win this game, but they haven't done anything impressive. Cleary puts it up. The chase through. Cowboys catch it. No one. Oh, he's lost the ball. And it's going to be knock on. It's going to be knock on. So it's going to be Panthers ball at the 10. Well, here we go. Sport Talk says, is it just me or are Warriors fans also complaining about everything more than other years this season? No, it's like this every single season with the Warriors fans. I love your team, but dude, the fans have just been unbearable to start this year. I will agree in regards to the unbearable nature, but I will also say this is the same old, same old. I'm used to it now, man. Especially when I do these streams, bro. But we kind of keep it a little bit away from the streams. But when you look on Instagram, yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to look at, man. And that's a penalty to the Panthers. They didn't pack the scrum quick enough, so 10 metres out. They're not going to go for 2 anyway. Mitchell says, isn't Hillbilly the one-eyed Manly fan from the Manly Rays stream? He is, but he didn't do anything wrong. It's not like he started abusing us and blah, 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 blah. So we definitely didn't hide him. The only way you get hidden is if you're a real pure dickhead. Just trying to troll the stream and have a crack and whatnot and insinuating nonsense throughout the chat. Besides that, you're entitled to opinions. Second tackle now 5 metres away from the line. And 6 again, off to Dane Laurie. They're 15 metres out. This set here will tell us a lot about the Panthers, man. 5 metres out, first tackle. They go back out to the right side, Liam Henry. And good defense again from Jeremiah Nene. Second tackle. I've got 2 eyes, Mitch. 1 maroon, 1 white. Queensland fan over there. Left hand side, Jack Cole. 5 metres away, third tackle. 15 minutes left here. They go to Nathan Cleary. Slow play the ball, though. Isaiah Yo will go himself. Cowboys defense not been too bad, though. Not been too bad. Out to Nathan Cleary. Cleary again out the back. They go quickly. It's still backwards. It's still fine. But this attack is really not great. They throw it back onto the inside. It's Panthers' ball. And now they're back at the 25 because they've lost metres. But they might have space with all the Cowboys cutting across. Then they give it to Dane Laurie. Laurie should probably try to get that ball out because all the Cowboys had come across. They're 20 metres away here from the line. I'm glad I finally recovered from those chips. Cleary, short ball. They flick it back again. Cleary, here we go. That's a knock on. That's a knock on there for the Panthers. I'm telling you, the Panthers may be in a serious world of bother where there is a legitimate chance that they are second last after the end of this weekend. If the Panthers lose this game here, the Cowboys will go above them. They're in the bottom 4. If the Roosters go and beat the Rabbitohs tonight, the Panthers will go third last. If the Dolphins go and beat the Titans by maybe 14 points, the Dolphins would go above the Panthers, and the Panthers would be in second last. The Eels are so bad with minus 86 that it doesn't matter. But Damn, Panthers. They are in a world of chance of coming in the bottom 2 at the end of this round. Sculler says, no, I don't think I was there for Manly stream, but just went through it, people talking to him in reply, but nothing from him. No, he didn't get hidden. We haven't hidden him. I know we haven't. Must be a tough time to be a Panthers fan. Wonder if that one bloke will go back to supporting Para. Are you talking... I think I know who you're talking about. Say who you... Like, give me a kind of understanding of who you're talking about, but I'm pretty certain I know who you're talking about. Minus 86 would be good for a golf score. Yeah, Eels are the best golf team in the comp. Dane Laurie's away here. Dane Laurie's away. He flicks the ball off the end there away. Thomas Jenkins. Jenkins steps. Jenkins still going. Jenkins still going. He'll be taken out to 45. Good run, though. Good run. They should make a big new stadium for the Panthers because they won 4 in a row. They quite literally are doing that right now. That's why they're playing at CommBank. J-Tron's Panthers have no chance in top 5 this year. If they lose this game, you've got to start to worry. If they win this game, then there's definitely still a chance. It is only 5 rounds in, but there are some severe concerns about Panthers 5P. Shanges, Cleary starts back on the inside. Cleary gets the offload away. They're away, Jack Cole, Jack Cole, Jack Cole. 5 metres out, even the line 4 tackle. Great run there by Nathan Cleary. 6 again here with the Panthers 2. All right, Panthers, you've got to start showing signs. Oh, they're going to give it straight back to the Cowboys. That is unbelievable, Panthers. That is unbelievable, Penrith. Unbelievable by Penrith. So that is a mistake from Panthers, and Cowboys get the ball at the 11. Second tackle. Middleton, I don't know his name, but he's a wish version of you. Wasn't what I was thinking about, but now I get who you're talking about. What's your best try in history? Oh, there's a lot. Michael Morgan has to be up there context-wise. Nathan Cleary as well, 2023 context-wise. That miracle for Origin for Queensland, like 30, 40 years ago, that's up there. That might go out the full. That's going out the full. Yep, that's an awful kick. That's an absolutely dreadful kick by Jake Clifford and puts the Panthers back into the red zone. Not the red zone, but close enough. JC's intercept last week, Buster, yeah. You know what? I will say this, actually. I think JC's intercept against the Warriors 2 years ago at Seabus, despite the fact we lost that game, was actually a more hype try than the one last week. But I will say that JC's intercept was incredible last week. But although we won the Roosters game and the Warriors game we lost, we also had a send-off in the first 20 minutes of that game. And JC bringing us back into that, I would say the JC try for the intercept against the Warriors at home was just unreal. I think it was more electric. Sean Kenny-Dowell, I was thinking about that one. I was thinking about the Sean Kenny-Dowell intercept versus the Tigers, because that's my favourite game ever. That's the best game ever for mine. Third tackle now, 10 metres away from the line. Panthers down by 4. They give it out right to hand side to Isaiah Yeo. Out the back again to Nathan Cleary. Steps and slips over. Forward tackle. 10 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. We've got Rabbitohs Roosters right after this. They're 4 metres away. Fifth tackle. Isaiah Yeo will go out to Nathan Cleary. Cleary at the back again. Jack Cole. They quickly get it off here. Oh, you gotta pass it. They pass it. It goes backwards. It's fine. It still goes backwards. It's fine. Panthers, you've got it. Oh! Nathan Cleary just got absolutely rumper stomped, baby. Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, to the Cowboys, I was going to say. That is unreal. That is unreal. Cleary just got absolutely rocked by Cohen-S. Borshka! That is a perfect tackle, dude. Darren Albert's try was fantastic, Brenton. I was a bit young for that, but I know of it because my dad's a Manly fan, so. Buster says, winning the scrum off the cuff, the break field goal, insane. Yeah, incredible game. 10 minutes to go, and the Panthers, they may get rocked here. They may get rocked here. There is 10 minutes left, and they're down by 4. And they've had plenty of opportunities. Jay Tron says, I'm not a Tigers fan, but Tigers are playing way better than Penrith. Yeah, sure. Tigers are a lot more fully healthy than Panthers, though. I do think they are missing Edwards as a big part in the back line. But with that being said, we'll see how the Tigers go without Luai this week. It'll tell you how important Luai is. Luai's proven it for Samoa. He's done it for the Panthers, even though he got disrespected because everyone was looking at Cleary. But with that being said, I wouldn't say Cleary's playing bad here. There may be an issue here. Oh, HIA for Jack Cole. Maybe that works out better for the team. Cody says, Nathan loves a sudden death last 9 minutes. Yeah, I'm not wiping out the Panthers from winning this game, but I will say they are a serious concern of missing the 8. Like, even if they win this game, they are a serious concern. They are not confident at all. Isaiah Papali'i has gone completely backwards from his Eels days. He didn't do it at the Tigers that well, and now he's coming to the Panthers, and you would think that he was going to absolutely bolster it up, but he's done nothing. He's done nothing. Sport Talks' Cowboys plus 14.5 was very yummy. Plus 14.5 is crazy. But then again, it's like you would have expected the Panthers to be able to cover. I expected the Panthers to cover the spread. I expected the Panthers to cover it because I thought they had more to prove. But the Cowboys clearly, like, they've sorted a lot of their defense in this game. I've actually really appreciated their defense, which hasn't been there the whole year or for multiple years now. Google Lethu says, who do you think will win? I will still go Panthers, but I don't think they deserve it. I think the Cowboys do deserve to win this game. Out to Scott Drinkwater. I just feel like maybe we might see something like we did last night for the Raiders and the Sharks. You could argue that's a high tackle from Isaiah Yeo, but Scott Drinkwater is not going to milk it. Love that from him. So you give it off to Drinkwater. Tommy Dearden, sorry, not a great kick, and Tom Jenkins will catch it, but he will put his feet down first before the tackle. Nearly a tackle in there. Matty Nicholson has been top 10 players this season. Matty Nicholson's been great. Second tackle. Big Englishman for the Canberra Raiders. Justin Sunday says this is an amazing game. Holy. It's a good game, man. It's a good game because the Cowboys defensively have really held out. It's not just been Panthers' bad attack. It's been Cowboys defensively doing something that they haven't done for years now and actually defending well. With that being said, though, the Panthers are clearly missing James Fisher-Harris and Jerome Luai, and they are clearly missing Dylan Edwards too. Like, it really is a frustrating one for them. Isaiah Yeo to Nathan Cleary, short ball there. Probably should have gone out the back there from Cleary. Fit tackle at 35. Brenton says, I couldn't put money on this game. Had a feeling it would be like this. I just thought the Panthers would have a lot more to actually prove, but clearly not. Also, what's happened to Cleary's kicking game in regards to those really difficult kicks he was making 4 or 5 years ago? It's like he's wiped them out of the game. Now it's just Matt Burton took over from it, and now Burton's the one kicking the kicks. At the Bulldogs, like Cleary style, the Birdo bombs, but they were originally Cleary. Cleary effectively taught him it when he was at the Panthers, and now Cleary doesn't do them anymore. Like, Cleary doesn't do those type of kicks anymore. Have you noticed that? Like, I think he's made more of a focus and emphasis on the low kicking game of, like, rubbers in the end goal that curve around or trying to hit directly into the post kind of deal. I feel like that really high bomb style that he used to do is gone from his game a bit. So, 45 metres out here from the Panthers line. Reece Robson off to Jordan McLean. Big hit there from Jenkins. No, that's Liam Henry, sorry. Liam Henry. Andrew says, my sister-in-law would be running around her house yelling at the TV. She thought Penrith would smack the Cowboys. I think most people did, but based on the fact that they should... Oh, that's a great run. Pick up there from Dane Laurie. Dane Laurie's away. He flicks it back onto the inside, and Cowboys hit the ball. Oh, boy. I think he went out too. Yep, it's Cowboys' ball. That was a great pickup from Laurie, but he had to either step inside or go down. He picked it up on the run at the 15. You have to either step inside there. You can't try and you can't try and take Clifford on with this much space on the sideline. Oh, there's going to be a high contact on report here for the Panthers too against Isaiah Yeo. There you go. 7 minutes to go here. Cowboys score here. I reckon they win. Scott Drinkwater. Whoa, that is a solid enough high tackle. Based off of that, I'm surprised they don't bin, based off of the fact that that's what they would be calling no mitigation. Maybe you could argue it's mitigation, I'm not sure. So first tackle for the Cowboys for the 20. Reece Robson off to Jason Tamalolo. Tamalolo to Tom Dearden. Dearden now to Jeremiah Nene, who I've really appreciated coming on in this second half. I think he's been decent. How dare you ref on his 250th game? Well, the Panthers aren't doing much for his 250th. Right-hand side, Tamalolo. He's 5 metres away, up by 4. Third tackle of the Cows. Can they put it to bed? Can they put the game to bed? Third tackle at the 5. Out to Dearden. Dearden again. He gets it out to Clifford. Short ball. Valea. 1 metre away from the line. 4th tackle. 1 metre away from the line. 4th tackle here. You can't give away a 6 again here, Panthers. You just can't put yourselves under the pressure. Jason Tamalolo. He's 10 metres out. Waste of a run. 5th tackle. 5th tackle, I think they'll go left. No, they fake left, they go right. Clifford, short ball, not the play, Cowboys, not the play. Not the play. So Panthers ball here at the 5, not the play. Michael Kelly says, predictions for the next one, mate. Cowboys look good to hang on here. Oh, not so much just yet. There's still 6 minutes left here. It's going to be an interesting finish in this game. Just like last night, you would have said the Sharks were good to hang on, but they challenged the Rays to run a 100-metre try, and guess what? They took that challenge, accepted it, and scored. So I wouldn't write this game off just yet. But I'm taking the Rabbitohs. I think that Latrell in the centre position is real horn dog material. Third tackle now at the 30 for the Panthers. 5:45 to go of the game. Super Brothers says, I really thought the score would be 30-24. Panthers win. Let that side. The Panthers are away. They're away. Nathan Cleary. Can't get the ball away. Gets the offload. At the 40, inside Papa Lee. He'll get the offload away again. They're at the 35. And Lindsay Smith at the 30. Fourth tackle. Yeah, Purdy's been really good, Skidamedia. Fourth tackle. Scored a try as well. Out to Nathan Cleary. He sets back onto the inside. Zayo flicks it off again. Had 6 again. I think it might be. No, apparently not. Short play. Gets the offload away there. Offload game is wild right now. Then they flick it out. Here's a chance. And this is... Oh, he didn't pass the ball, you selfish what a bitch. Casey McLean. 5 metres away. They go short side. Mitch Kenny, back out here to Lindsay Smith. Nathan Cleary quickly pass. Moses Leota. Here, Liam Munn. They give it out again. Here's a chance. Alan Morty! I don't know. This is close. This is so close. I don't know if he gets it or not. They've called try here. We need to see if he puts it in the inside. We may have an extra time game on our hands if they score this. Tough kick from the right sideline. If they don't score this, I do blame McLean like you're saying, Dave. Jeez, bit my tongue. I do blame McLean like you're saying because he had the pass. It was a 2-on-1, and instead of passing, he goes himself. He wanted to be the hero. But Paul Alamotti on the other side of things, I need to see if he gets the ball onto the inside. Wingers can't pass, then why is he in the centre? If Case McLean can't pass, then why is he in the centre in that position? Mitch Kenny pass it out here to Lindsay Smith. Lindsay Smith and Nathan Cleary. Clear out to Leota. Leota, good to pass that off quickly because he's a front rower. And Alamotti in the corner. This is going to be so close. If he gets that, it's amazing. I think he gets this. This is incredible if he gets this. Alamotti. Oh, this is going to be so close. I think he's out. I think the ball goes down over the sideline anyway. They're going to check this. It's going to go to the bunker. I wasn't even looking at his foot. I think he might have put the ball down on the line. It's a great effort regardless. I think the ball comes down to the sideline anyway, but Mick Ennis is talking about his foot on the sideline. I think so. Yeah, his foot goes in touch, no try, so it's going to be Cowboys ball, but it will be at the 10 because he is in the field of play. I think the put down is good. I don't know if it was, though. I think that definitely his foot was out, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to go back. I don't think it is. Like, you go back and have a look. I think he puts the ball down on the sideline too, on the end goal. I'm going to watch it again. And he will... No, I don't know, man. That would have been really close if it gotten to that point. It would have gotten really close. I would love to have looked at that again and again and again to really find out, but it would have had to be the point goes down first, but his foot definitely goes out. So Cowboys ball here at the 15, 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go of the game. They haven't started the clock yet. McLean marked up on the other side, Brenton. Absolutely. Absolutely, Casey McLean. If he passes the ball, they score guaranteed, and they would have been able to come underneath the post because they would have gotten past on that left-hand side completely free. So, unfortunately, Case McLean cost him a big try down that left-hand side. 4:30 to go now, second tackle with the Cowboys. And this is what I was saying before in regards to someone saying, like, the game's over kind of deal. Well, it's not. Well, it is not, and that's why. I don't know why the ref has stopped the clock here. Second tackle. And says, but anyways, Penrith should have scored 2 tries. McLean didn't learn how to pass in the juniors. Well, yeah, he should have been able to pass. There's a penalty here to the Cowboys. I think they've called Crusher. Penalty to the Cowboys. 4:27 to go of the game. Why is the clock still stopped? Referee, call time back on, man. I don't know why the clock is still stopped. Don't forget, guys, right after this, we've got the Roosters versus the Rabbitohs. We've got a great game here. We had a great finish last night. Geez, we might be on for a big round here. We might be on for a really, really big round. Second tackle now for the Cows. Moses Leota will go on report. Now there's 4 minutes and 22 seconds left. Cowboys get it to about the 40. Broggy says, what a game. What a game, son. Shay says, Sam's fault. He didn't tell the ref about the clock. Correct. It is always Sam's fault. Absolutely. Him and also Anthony Milford. So first tackle now for the Cowboys at the 43. Adam Smart says, could it be Ciraldo and Webster leaving the Panthers the reason for their drop-off as well? For Adam Smart's comment, he's not actually asking that. He's just trying to circle jerk the Warriors there because he's a Warriors fan. That's what he's doing. I see through you. I see through you, Adam Smart. The answer is no. The answer is no. So third tackle now. They won the premiership without either of them last year. Just a reminder. So it's going to be right-hand side now. And now the Cowboys are away at the 34 tackle. Does make manipulation, cough, cough, Combank screw job. Combank screw job. 3:27 to go now, and Scott Drinkwater at the 42. I don't know what they do here. Dearden throws the ball over the sideline. Probably not the best idea there. They're claiming a high tackle. It's going to be a turnover. It didn't go over the sideline. Went close enough, but it will be Panthers ball at 20, and they play the ball quickly. Cowboys could try to milk that. Creed Deutsch says clock stopped to give Panthers a chance. Fair enough. Robbo says the rules of this game piss me off sometimes. Yeah, no, it pisses off a lot of the time. I would say majority of the time. I would say nearly 100% of the time. Second tackle now at the 30 for the Panthers. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go. They've had plenty of opportunities. You can't tell me the Panthers haven't had opportunities galore today. You cannot tell me the opportunities have not been Penrith galore. Nathan Cleary out the back, and it goes to no one, but luckily the Panthers are getting it. Isaac Tungo, he's set from the inside. He's the 40, the 45, the 50. He loses the ball. 2.5 minutes to go, and the Cowboys get it. You cannot tell me that the Panthers haven't had opportunities galore in this game to win this, but they keep knocking it on. They keep making mistakes. They don't pass the ball. This is not the Penrith that we know. It's not the Penrith that we know. You cannot tell me this is the same Penrith team we've watched for 4 years straight. Can they rebound later on the season? Sure, but right now, this is not the Panthers that we know. Second tackle in for the Cowboys at the 42. Dasmate says, without the defensive mastermind of Cameron Ciraldo, the Panthers are nothing. Thank you, Dasmate. Panthers missing Luai, Fisher Harrison, Torova, and maybe a couple others I can't think of. Well, if you're going to include Luai, you're going to include Fisher Harrison, you're going to include Torova, then you've also got to start talking about the guys in recent years as well, like your Crichtons and your Koroisiaus. Then again, it's been a few years since then. But yeah, and Dylan Edwards, who actually still plays for the team. So all those guys you mentioned in Fisher Harris, Luai, and Torova, they don't play for the team anymore. They're at the Tigers, obviously, or the Warriors. Good hit there from the Panthers, and the Cowboys are at the 30. But if you're talking specifically about Edwards, sure, but their 6 isn't good enough. I'm sorry, their 6 isn't good enough, and they've got work to do in the forwards as well. They do. And Dane Laurie catches it. All right, Penrith, you've got to go 90 metres to score and win the game. You can tie it and send it to extra time, or you can score a converted try. Referee, stop blowing the whistle, dude. Stop blowing the whistle, man. First tackle here for the Panthers at the 10. They've got to go 90 metres. Gugalethu says another loss to the Panthers. Maybe. Don't write it off until it's over. Wait, what's happening here? Last set. Direct contact. Bin for the Panthers. He's in the bin. Isaac Tungo goes on report and in the bin. So you can't give the Cowboys the ball here. How late that was. That wasn't the last set, by the way, was it? Yeah, it has to be still Panthers' ball, though. So it's in the bin for Tungo, so it still should be Panthers' ball, however, because you can't go back and... I guess they've binned him, but... Are they going to give the ball to the Cowboys here? No, it is Panthers' ball. Correct. So the Panthers are down to 12, though. It was 3 sets ago. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You can't penalise that now, but sure you can bin for the high contact. Third tackle now for the Panthers, 22 metres out from the line. Minute to go. They need to do a lot more than this. They're down to 12 men. They need to find a way to manipulate it and get it left-hand side. And then why is it going to stop? Cleary. Oh, take it down. Maybe a high tackle. This is going to be a penalty to the Panthers here. There's going to be a penalty to the Panthers. They're going to be quick, 47 seconds. You've got to be quick. They're going to challenge it. Cowboys, I don't even know why you challenge this because their clock was running down. Cowboys should have just let the clock run down there. The Cowboys should have just let the clock run down. Now the Panthers are going to be able to set up for a kick if they failed this, which I think this is a high tackle. I don't know why the Cowboys have challenged this because it stops the clock, gives the Panthers time to set up for their kick. Cleary kicks it over to the sideline and still has 45 seconds to play with or 40 seconds to play with. I actually don't agree that you take the challenge here. It would have taken them 10 seconds, at minimum 10, 15 seconds, to set up the kick, and then they would have kicked it. They would have had like 25 seconds left. Now, instead, they're going to get a set-piece kick 45 seconds out, so they may lose 5 seconds on the kick, And then they've got 40 seconds to play with. I don't necessarily agree with that. So Jeremiah Nene is on report here. So forget about the challenge. They haven't even allowed the challenge or whatever. But it definitely was high. Swing an arm. It's not a bin. All right, 45 seconds, and they're going to get the quick kick. There you go. Cowboys, you shouldn't have challenged. You shouldn't have stopped that. Panthers useless team spoiled my tips. It says, all right, 35 seconds left here. Don't count them out just yet. Mitch Kenny off the Moses Leota. Leota now, 40 metres out. Rabbitohs Roosters right after this, guys. 30 seconds left. 27. Panthers are 40 metres away from the line. Mitch Kenny, if the Panthers do not score here, they will be 1-4 to start the season after winning 4 straight premierships. Referee, stop calling time off, for fuck's sake, dude. Stop calling time off and let the game flow. What is happening? 13 seconds left of the game, 17 seconds left of the game, but we're stopping the clock every 2 seconds for referee. Nathan Cleary steps back on the inside. And we've got Dane Laurie. Dane Laurie at 25 metres out, 11 seconds. This is probably the last play, Panthers. This is probably the last play. Mitch Kenny, Nathan Cleary. Nathan Cleary fakes it. He steps. He gives it off to Yo. Yo off to Dane Laurie. Dane Laurie at the 20. I don't know what's happening. The clock's off. That's it. It's going at the end if they don't score here. Alan Motti gets away from 1. He's at the 25. He flicks his ball all the way across. That's arguably... That's going to be game over. Jake Clifford ends the game by... I don't know what the Panthers were doing there, but it's going to be game over 22-18 to the Cowboys. That is wild. Panthers now go to 1-4. They are vulnerable. All the Sharks should be circling from every single team because this team is not the team that you know. Isaiah Yo's 250th, they couldn't get up for it. So many issues across the team right now, and the Panthers just go and lose to a Cowboys team that was 0-3 to start the season, beat a Rays team that isn't convincing, and then go and they go and beat the Panthers down there in Sydney. Crazy how bad the Panthers look in comparison to what we've seen them. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to switch over to the other stream, which is the Roosters versus the Rabbitohs game. Good win there for the Cows. They'll be happy with that one. Quickly, where does that put them? So they go to 4 points, minus 54. They won by 4 points, so they go minus 50. They're still going to be in 13th position. They don't go up high, but they're out of the bottom 4, and the Panthers are officially in the bottom 4, and they won't be moving out of that this week. There is a chance they go 15th, and there is a chance they go to 16th. So, the Cowboys do lose. So the Cowboys do win. The Panthers do lose. Let's move on from that game to the Rabbitohs versus Roosters. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I will see you guys in 5 minutes' time. Gee whiz. Fire it up, baby. Fire it up. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.